Getting down this Friday and getting ready for the weekend. Partying, yeah. Fun, etc. Looking forward to the weekend. Yeah, I think so. No, I'm feeling really good. I got a bunch of stuff done today. And you know, whenever I get stuff done, I always feel good. Sometimes, you know, when you're going through you know, difficulties in one facet of life and you find joy in another, you know, and it kind of balances out. I feel like, you know, that's a big part of living. But I got some like stuff that I really wanted to do for a while. Like I just kind of went and did it and got it out of the way. So like I kind of redid. We had to do a little tie down. We got an umbrella for our patio and the base for it. Can't really, it's not really as heavy as we would like it to be, but obviously we don't want to buy a super expensive base. So I came up with a somewhat clever solution. I kind of got some tie downs and we have a really nice patio. It's got really nice steel bars. We just like kind of reinforce it a little bit there. And eventually at some point, you know, we'll get like little sandbag guys we can just wrap around it. Or I've got a few ideas. I've got a few ideas for how to weigh it down additionally. That's all I'm saying. And also I realized that when Katie and her mom put it together, you know, they don't have the same grip strength that I do. Just going to say it. I open the pickle jars in the house. It's one of my superpowers. I have incredible grip strength because I use a grip strength trainer and I lift dumbbells. So, you know, unscrewing stuff is just one of my abilities, I guess you could say. And obviously screwing things up, well, we all know it's my quirk. I gotta turn off the overhead light though, because I hate that one. It should be illegal. Perfect. That's much better. It's much better. So yeah. I think Katie and I are going out for Mai Tais tonight. I think that's our plan. You know, she's been doing a lot of good work and she's been doing really well at her new job and she's so happy with that. And, while I've still got a long ways to go, she spoils me. So we're going to go have some fun tonight. So I was like, I'm just going to play some StarCraft. We'll just hang out, get a nice little stream in. I don't know how long I'm going to go. Yesterday, I only went for like 3 hours. And it actually ended up being a really good stream. So I'm like, you know, I prefer for whatever I put out there to be better compared to worse, right? So that's a big one. Wow, they actually licensed music for the EA college football game. That's heartbreaking. You know, they never licensed music for Madden, but they got Eminem in there. They got a bunch of big ones. I guess that's tough. Have I had supper yet? No. It is 11:57 in the morning here. It is 11:57 in the morning. It is Friday though. What did I eat today? Huh. My bad. No, you're good. Hey, all you did was ask a question. What? You're making me think, what did I eat? I ate most of this protein bar right here. I still have like a bite or two left. You know, that's very exciting. I've got that going on, so that's nice. What else did I have today? Oh, I had a 100-calorie little bag of trail mix. I had that like an hour ago. That was pretty nice. Katie and I went to Target yesterday, and the granola section was completely sold out the last time that we went because they have some really good granola mixes at Target, and we weren't able to get any the last time. So we went this time, and instead of just getting the big bag, they actually had a box with like 10 mini bags. And I know plastics, etc., but as somebody who's trying to look after my weight, it's really nice to have it pre-portioned like that. So, and obviously it keeps it fresh. So I was like, let's get the mini bag, let's get the mini bag, and then yeah, then it would just be harder to accidentally overeat, because I'm just trying to do. I want to live a long, healthy life and be there for my kids and my family and my wife, and yeah, all of that, right? So that's important to me. So I'm trying to portion, even if I'm, I guess, using more individually wrapped things. I'm sorry, guys. You may not know this, but in Washington State, no matter what packaging you get, all the edibles have to be individually wrapped as well. So it's fun fact. In Vegas, they're all just loose in the bag. They don't have many rules over there. Don't ask me how I know. I was watching Jeopardy. It was on Jeopardy. It's on Jeopardy last night. 2 separate questions about the same thing. Yes, I said it. Hey, Jimmy Jams, good to see you. Good to see you, Tat and L. Good to see you, Leo. We are live. Oh my god, I didn't even switch the screen. What am I doing? Have I just been talking this whole time without even switching the screen? Yeah, that's... Nathan, what are you doing, man? Hi, guys. I forgot to switch the scene. Can I tell you guys another thing I did today that I was really happy about? So a big part of this was I rearranged everything on the patio. I got the table into a better spot so Katie and I can sit next to each other and have cocktails. So now that we have the umbrella set up, if there's like rain or whatever, we're going to be totally fine. We're going to be totally covered. And because I want to go sit out in the rain, I want to do that. But because we're on the top floor, the roof doesn't really cover our patio very well. We're a little more exposed, I guess, because we have a higher ceiling being on the roof. So yeah, let me see. There's not really good rain cover on our patio. So anyway, hey Tarvos, love watching you. This just chatting is great. Yeah. Well, I figured, there's not a lot of people here yet, so we might as well just talk shop. I want to get all the things off my chest that I'm gonna forget to say later, probably. Anyway. Yeah. So anyway, the other thing that I did was I brushed Lewis, and what I've kind of noticed, I've been learning about grooming. And grooming my golden retriever. And what I've been noticing is that the fur that seems to get matted and patchy and irritated for him it's like the white fur that kind of comes out on the end. And I kind of noticed that the whiter fur is always what comes off of him. And I was like, well, I feel like if I brush those areas, every time we brush him, it's usually that longer, like looser kind of whitish hair. His golden hair is like never comes off when we're brushing him. So I was like, I'm just going to try and use this as a guide. I'm going to find the really patchy white spots in his fur, and I'm just going to try and gently brush over a couple of times and just see how he reacts. And I got so much fur out of him today, and he was so happy. Because I got his one haunch the other day, but his right haunch, it's just the way he lies down. I don't always have access to both of his haunches. He's a diva. We spoiled him. I can't just tell him to roll over. He won't listen to me. So today I just saw an opportunity. He was laying down on the futon. His haunch was exposed. So I grabbed the Furminator and I went to town. I got probably like 2 Pomeranians worth of fur just off of his haunch and his booty area. And now it's finally even. Now both of his haunches are finally even. He doesn't have any big white tufts of fur poking out. And he's like crazy happy. He's been like crazy. He came over and he was super snuggly, and I just took him for a walk, and he didn't complain about anything. He didn't even complain about his harness. Like he was just, normally he's a bit of a pain in the butt, but he was just like super, super happy. So I was really happy about that. I feel like I've been doing a better job of focusing on grooming him recently, and Katie has especially too. She's been helping a lot. She's been doing a lot of that. So yeah, there you go. There you go. I was very happy about that. That was my big thing this morning. I cleaned up the patio. I got rid of the old patio rug. Well, I mean, I folded it up so I'm gonna throw it out when I take the trash out tonight. Well, we're gonna take the trash out when we go out because we're going out to get Mai Tais. Yeah, we're gonna go out and get Mai Tais. Probably, I don't know. Okay, the last thing I'll say before we start gaming. We were a little bit tilted because we don't drink like the Twisted Tea stuff, but they did release a like Rocket Pop, which is like a red, white, and blue July 4th Murica kind of flavor that a lot of people use for stuff. But they don't have any tall boys of that new flavor. But we don't want to commit to buying a whole 6-pack because, well, we both think Twisted Tea kind of sucks, right? We don't want to buy a case of that. So, you know, that's like our first world problem. We couldn't just get one tall boy of it to split and try out. They only sell it in like the 16 packs or like the boxed wine big. But yeah, so we wanted to try that, but we don't want to have a refrigerator full of that crap. So probably felt amazing. He loves you. Yeah, he's a good boy. I love Lou. I love Lewis so much. He's such a good boy. Really, really he is. We also picked up we got him like a bunch of like rawhide free little bone guys. We got him a bunch of little bone guys last night. He hasn't had those in a while. We haven't been able to spring for too much crazy stuff lately, so we were able to kind of treat him yesterday, and that was nice. And we got Kiki like a White Claw toy. It's like a White Claw cat toy, but it's got like catnip in it. It's like White Claw catnip flavor. It's super adorable. So we got her that. She's been batting that around. She loves that. So yeah, it's just been nice. It was just really nice. We got to do something nice for the fur babies this week. So that just always makes me really happy. You know, it's like I love my pets. I love it's like these are all of that stuff, but at the same time, like they don't have a lot of agency or free will, right? You know, everything they get in their life is from us. So anytime I get an opportunity to make their life better, I feel like it's just the right thing to do. Try and do that. And he's always so nice to me, you know. Lewis sleeps. Lewis lays down. He curls up in a ball over my feet every night. So that dog sleeps on my feet or on my leg every night. So he's a very good boy. I never have icy feet in bed. Hope you're doing well. Hey Gary, happy Friday. Happy Friday. Yeah, no, we're chilling. I'm queuing up for like my first game. I'm gonna try and do like an unranked to warm up. If I don't get a game in like a minute, I don't know, we'll see. Okay, we got one. I was gonna say I was thinking about playing Direct Strike. Wanitor, like janitor, but Juan. Like his name's Juan and he's a janitor. Wanitor. Is that it? I don't.
Bad news.
I'm not here to assume things about people.
What's going? Big jump. SCV ready. Yeah. Yo. Roger. Huh? Bad. SCV ready.
I don't wanna be the one.
Big job. Huh?
But yeah, no, that's so. Anyway, all of that TLDR. Been a great day. We got a lot done. It's been a great day. Got a lot done. I felt very engaged, very productive, and
In the rear.
I've been doing my casual lifting with like my dumbbell for a while now, as you guys know, but I haven't gotten to the point where I've been able to do enough reps, I guess, to get really sore. Like I'm just kind of so used to just doing it all throughout the day. I haven't really been pushing it too much lately. So I went pretty hard yesterday before I streamed.
What's going on?
And I felt pretty good burn today. So not really that much, but I gotta step it up. I gotta start curling the 40 pounder again. So that's been nice. That's been nice.
SCV ready. Huh? What's bad news? Yes, sir. Huh?
It's Darren versus Terran, so all we can really do is just look for his
Command Center 2.0 ready to go.
just check for like proxies and stuff outside of our base. That's about it.
In the rear. Got something for me to kill. Roger. SCV ready.
But if we're not getting cheesed, or anything, then we should be in a pretty good spot.
Bad news. The Grand Reaper has arrived.
I think we're good.
Yeah, from above. What? You want something? Fear the Reaper, man. SCV ready. Optics online. Let's go kill. SCV ready. Go ahead. SCV ready. This ought to be good.
Your add-on is complete.
Nothing else.
I mean, Hellion here could be that he's spending his gas going up to like
SCV ready.
BCs or
Cyclone ready for action.
Ready for dust off.
Banshee or Liberator.
SCV ready.
I mean, most of the things he would be doing in this situation that I'd be concerned about, honestly, would be
Add-on done. Swap away.
Done. Certainly. Agreed. SCV ready.
solved by an eBay. So I say we, just build Nate.
Talk to me. Picking up or dropping off?
SCV ready.
Inbound.
Let's see, what you got, baby? What you got, Pookie?
SCV go, go, go. Say good night. Cyclone en route.
Now what? Ready for pickup?
Show me who you want. SCV ready. Queued up, ready. Online. Fair enough. Huh? What's going on?
Stay.
SCV ready. Bad news.
All right, well, now he's just playing straight up, looks like.
Big jump. What? You want something? Go ahead. Fear them. I'm listening.
Siege Tanku.
Nothing I SCV ready. Enemy contact.
Combat.
Where's through? I'm going.
He sent something into me here?
Line. Engineer. Scanning ready.
What? SCV ready. Huh? Yeah, whatever. SCV ready.
It's a beautiful day, minus 32. Everyone, damn.
Your research has concluded.
Minus 32, where you at, son? Where is it? Negative 32 right now. Somewhere in the southern hemisphere?
SCV ready. I'm go. Bad news.
Any thoughts on battle aces? You know, I'm not crazy about the idea of like players not really being able to, like, I feel like there's an incentivizing of people to spend a lot of real money to try and catch up with people competitively for units they don't have. It seems like it takes a long time to unlock units and stuff, and I'm worried that they're gonna make it like pay to win to unlock units at some point. And yeah, that's really my only concern is their monetization scheme. That's it. I don't think their game is bad, just to be clear. I'm not a fan of that type of monetization scheme because if it seems to me anyway like they're going for something like Clash Royale, which is pretty notoriously predatory with its microtransactions. So, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
I think the game looks good. The game looks good, but my favorite thing about StarCraft is that you go into the game knowing all the options that your opponent can have, and you basically get the same stuff, right? That's something that I like. Like, I am a player that advocates for loadouts, but I don't, you know, I would like it if it was like, oh, pick between a Hellion and a Vulture, not unlock Vultures, you know? Like, to me, that's when you're getting to like, oh, it's like, oh, it's not a choice. It's like, it's basically just a mechanism to make people give you money so that they can keep up with everybody else. And then once you're doing that, like, it kind of, you can't really make the argument that it's like got any level of competitive integrity at that point. It's like Madden Ultimate Team, you know. It also incentivizes them to like balance the game around those most difficult to acquire units being the most viable or the best ones. So there's a lot of, I'm not saying it's gonna happen that way, and I'm sure that's not what they want if they can avoid it. It's just kind of like a reality of the industry more than anything. What I like about Stormgate is that they're trying to make money selling you stuff in the game to play with. You know, that's a part of what I like about StarCraft. But there's no way to spend money to be on anything more than an even footing with somebody in this game. And if that ever changed about Stormgate, then I would drop that game in a heartbeat. But that is a deal breaker for me, and it seems like Battle Aces is going to be one of those games. So that's the only thing. That's the only thing that kills it for me.
Combat and ready for enemy contact. Commencing order of
In gear. I get you. Ben. Huh? Ah, what's going on? In the rear with the gear. Show me who you wanted. SCV ready.
Yeah, I don't think their gameplay is bad, but if they're gonna monetize it around like, if they're gonna monetize it around advantages in PvP, then it just quickly creates a race to the bottom.
Go ahead.
Happy to be proven wrong. Would love more clarification, but my that opinion of mine is based entirely off of a dev blog that they posted like yesterday. So they made a pretty big statement about their monetization plans long term yesterday. That was what motivated my discretion. I just Yamato'd and dipped.
Your command center's got some new toys.
Go ahead. Big jump. Oh, really?
Upgrade ready. Noise.
But I also know that David Kim was inspired directly by Clash Royale, so it's like, you know, that is a game that I played free to play for a while, and it was really, really fun up until the point where every game it was just a guy who had cards 2 levels higher than yours. You know, that's not. If that's their long-term plan, then hell no.
Huh? Big job, huh?
engineering and
Research complete.
combat ready.
Command center 2.0 ready to go.
Need something. Load up. SCV ready. Ah, you scared me.
Yeah, he's basically trying to do the same thing as me. So in a situation like this, the best move that we can make is just rely on the fact that nobody really has the level of experience we do with this strat. So we just lean on that. We lean on our expertise, we lean on our skills, and we just kind of play ball. We're just going to do everything the same way that we normally would in any other game. And it's highly unlikely that this guy is going to be able to out-control us with this army. It's possible that he's already gotten like a huge economic lead that I'm not really conscious of. That's the biggest risk, since he was kind of stacking command centers earlier. But as long as we're both building BCs at a similarly or reasonably similar pace, taking more bases right now doesn't really give him an advantage.
Your research is ready.
Squadron en route. Yes,
Your research has concluded.
big job, huh? Bad news? Well,
Yeah, they do have a lot of interesting ideas, and honestly, I might be wrong, right? Like, that monetization scheme might work out really well for them. They might make a bunch of money off whales that just want to pay to win.
really?
It's possible.
Go ahead.
I just, I wouldn't be able to.
Your base is getting blasted.
I wouldn't be able to do it.
You've depleted that mineral field. You didn't build your base just for it to get blown up, did you?
It's a trap.
Upgrade compressive Vs didn't sign up to fight.
Too cold. It's a trap.
Your base is under siege. Your SCVs are being liberated in the worst way.
No, this is a situation where you go for the armories too.
Your base is getting blasted.
Who called in the police? Oh, really? Yes. Well. Oh. Yes, Commander.
Smokey the Bear says, only you can prevent forest fires.
Upgrade ready. Moi.
Who called in the fleet? In the rear with the gear. Yes, Commander. Yes.
Nathan, there's no reason to do anything so abandonedly reckless as what you're thinking about right now. You bastard. We shut down his armories. Nate, we shut down his armories. Let's bring everything home.
Well,
We can micro those two guys if you really want to, but see, he's gonna die, so bring him home. Yeah. You're fine.
it's a trap. Yes, Commander.
Your add-on is complete. You've mined out some of your minerals.
Yes, Commander.
No, we're in a great spot because we have a tremendous amount of income.
Go ahead. Ben, what's going on? Big job.
Just gotta repair everything
Yo. Yep.
and get our shit together from that huge attack he did that wrecked us earlier.
Go ahead. Huh?
We're still kind of wrecked from that.
Patching you through.
Guys are depleted.
Yeah, no, it was tough. Yeah, he hit us hard.
Your base is under siege.
But his army's not better than ours. He just has more HP.
Yes, Commander.
You didn't build your base just for it to get blown up, did you?
SCV ready.
Let's go, baby.
Yes,
Let's do it.
Who called in the... Yes, Commander. SCV ready.
Yeah, focus the Vikings down first. This is the move. Yeah, my BCs are 2-2. His battlecruisers are 1-1. It's over. He's cooked.
GG.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Legacy of the Void at its peak. GG. Thanks, bro. Battlecruisers versus battlecruisers, man.
Yes, Commander.
Just like the founding fathers intended.
What is it?
Love to see it. No, because he rushed straight into the Vikings, but his upgrades weren't there. And when I had my BCs in his base, when I had my battlecruisers in his base, you saw like I had a focus. It was like I know exactly what I want to destroy. Even though he was able to get into my base, he didn't really know what he wanted to do. He just kind of, you know, he kind of flew around here. It's like, oh, maybe he'll kill a starport or two. I've got 5 of those. That's fine. But he didn't go for my armories. And because of that, I denied. I'm going to guess. Let's go back in time. Let's rewind. Let's just use the time stone here. Just going to go. Yeah. Everybody that's like been drinking and eating stuff is really grossed out now. Just rewinding everything. Damn, when was I in his base? Oh, there we go. We're almost there. Okay. So he had his 2-2. Sorry if that was disorienting for you guys going back in time. So we do that sometimes here. But so he's got his 2-2 on the way, right? Let's look at the production tab. My 2-2 is finishing right as he's coming into my base. So I guess he, you know, maybe it's a bit facetious of me to say that he could deny my 2-2. I don't think he can. I'm saying 2-2 a lot. What can I say? Ace Ventura, great movie. Anyway, his 2-2 is reasonably far along, but it's not gonna finish, and that's the brutal part. It's the brutal reality here. He could get my armories and at least delay me being able to get a further lead on him, but I know what I want. I know what I'm looking for. I get the depots. I want all of that. Get his fusion core. No more BCs. Don't let him get any upgrades. And then what did he kill? A couple add-ons, but he didn't go for the armories. He just got a few SCVs, so I was able to just start my 3-3 as soon as I could afford it. And then, because I had to put SCVs back on all these gas geysers from his attack. It wasn't like he did nothing to me all game, but I was like, you know, I was about to send this guy in, and that would have just been throwing away a battlecruiser, so I tried to be a little smarter than that. Then we had some fantastic micro to get away. And we just buy a lot of time. But see, he doesn't even rebuild his armories. He doesn't have any armories on the map. So he literally can't go above 1-1. And you know, I didn't start my 3-3 for a while. I guess it took me a while to get my guys back on the geysers there. So I started here. And that basically puts a guaranteed timer on the game. But battlecruisers are so affected by upgrades that I was like, it doesn't matter. Like, the upgraded disadvantage was enough that I don't think there was any way I could lose, because I also had 7 more battlecruisers than him. This was 17 BCs versus 11. And you can, when I talk about the upgrade difference, I'm saying because look how many he loses versus me. I killed 10 battlecruisers and he only killed 3. Do you guys understand what I'm trying to say about the upgrades? It's that big of a deal. It's that big of a deal. I killed 10 battlecruisers and all of those SCVs. I killed all of his Vikings. I killed a bunch of units right here. And he only killed 3 battlecruisers. I'm trying to get a message across. It's upgrades. Upgrades are so important. They're such a big factor for this style. It's one of the reasons why I love it, because when you can, you know, it gives you, it's like you're giving yourself additional win conditions when you play the game, looking for those kinds of opportunities. That's what gets me excited about StarCraft. Bubblebee Tuna. Home. Yeah, so I played a bit of Battle Aces. Gameplay's fine. I did my whole spiel on this yesterday, so I'm not going to do the whole thing again. But my comparison was, there was a really amazing mobile RTS that I actually really enjoyed playing until they implemented their monetization and people didn't have the same level units anymore. And then it was like, there was a whole meta that was figured out. There was like, people had numbers. People were like, oh, you just need this to deal with this. And there were all these specific counters. And then as soon as people could level up their cards and the units were like sometimes the same units but different stats, like all of that work people did to figure out like how to deal with certain situations just kind of went out the window, you know? Like that pay to win element just completely killed it. So That's just, you know, that's not something I don't want to get my heart broken like that again, more or less. I don't want to find out that it's like, if I'm not spending money, like a lot of money every time there's a patch to make sure I always have the newest card to be able to play the meta, like, you know, that's just, the game should be the thing giving me the, oh my, what? Okay. Why did he just leave? Why would anyone play a pay-to-win RTS? Well, you gotta think about it this way. Like, it's essentially like it's like a pyramid scheme, right? The new players don't have everything unlocked, so like they get destroyed by the meta, and this filters players into one of two categories. Like, they either burn out after playing a bit, you know, they reach the free-to-play cap, and then they burn out and quit, or they become a paying player, right? Like, that's the monetization scheme of those kinds of games. So if you're somebody that starts playing the game early on and spend money regularly, and you're always ahead of everybody else, like, that's how you get long-term customers, because those people will just convince themselves they're actually really just amazing at the game, you know? It's kind of like how I talked about this yesterday too, but like in Madden Ultimate Team, it's like recommended to spend at least $10,000 to build a pro level competitive team over the course of a season. Like, you're just supposed to be dropping that much in order to pull limited edition, limited time drop cards, because it's the only way to compete. And that's literally what their pro scene is based off of. It's one of the most disgusting things ever. But there is no competitive Madden circuit that's just, oh, pick your team and play against somebody else. That doesn't exist. Yeah. And then you win the world championship in Madden and it's only 20 grand. So you've like, basically, you're going to pay half in taxes and the other half is going to go towards the 10 grand you invested into even winning.
Huh? Bad news?
Wow, congrats, you're the world Madden champion. What are you going to do now? Break even, I guess? That ain't the saddest shit.
In the rear with the gear.
And that's why you'll see me stream and play Madden here, but the Madden people are not fond of me because I absolutely have no respect for their monetization scheme. I play the least supported mode in the game, which is just playing online with a team against random other people, and I don't use any of that pay-to-win mode stuff. So they don't give us leagues, they don't give us ranks, they don't give us a ladder. They just give us like these arbitrary points that mean nothing, and then you just look at a leaderboard and you're like, oh, yeah, I'm in the top 10% of 700,000 people, and that's the only data I get. And it's like, yeah. It's all about getting people into the gambling simulator. Just wait until there's a legendary card you can get, right? Legendary unit. Limited time drop. It does 5% of additional attack speed. Oh, it's like...
Bet. What's going on? Uh-huh. SCV ready. This better be good.
And again, I don't have a huge problem with those types of systems, but my number one issue is that none of these guys allow you to sell your items to other players. There's no in-game economy that supports people, at the very least, being able to get rid of stuff that they don't use, or trade units with people, or give one to a friend, you know, something like that. But there's no mechanism that exists for that. So it's like you're pulling RNG slot machine odds for something that you can't that has no resale value, right? And you might get stuff that you don't want when you open packs and stuff. So it's like, you know, my whole thing with real cards is that if you're an actual person who is a collector of cards in real life, you can always case them and get them graded, and you can sell them. You can sell them to somebody. You can sell them to somebody else. What a crazy idea.
Your add-on is complete.
What an absolutely mind-boggling concept that if you don't need something, you can just give it to another person in exchange for money. All right, well, I think we're dead. Let's go next. We'll dodge that guy if he's a cheeser. I think I played him yesterday. Did he just hop on for me today? Looks like it. Yes, actually, that was his first game today. That was his first game. He was doing the mouse act. He was doing the Marine split challenge while he was watching me play the last game, is what it looks like. He hopped on just to play me. Fantastic. Well, as soon as he queues up for a game or logs off, we'll search for another ranked. If he doesn't do either of those in the next 2 minutes, then I'll queue unranked, so. Yeah, you know, but the main thing you have to keep in mind is that these executives who make these decisions never actually understand why they're always wrong and people hate them. Like, it's easy for you as a guy who's not in the room making decisions to say, oh, it's good for them to not allow reselling because we have a captive audience. But it's closed-minded, because if you had the ability to give your stuff or trade between the players and you take a bit off the top like Steam does, that's literally what Valve does. That's like their whole, they make a shit ton of money off of that. There's literally a whole economy that exists in the space of trading items on Steam. Like, I bought a Steam Deck. I've bought real life stuff just by selling in-game items from video games. So it's like, being a part of a ecosystem like that can drive a lot of volume for people that are playing your game, because they're going to be like, oh, if I try this and I don't like it, at the very least, you know, even I'll say this, all those worthless Steam trading cards that you get from playing everything on Steam, if you try to sell it for a penny or two, you'll sell all of them. There's bots out there that just buy all of them if they get under 3 or 2 cents for no reason. You'll sell every single one of your trading cards for a penny. If you've got hundreds, you could get a couple bucks. Like, to pretend like the idea that there's anything you could get from that, like, that's, yeah. It's very close-minded. It's very close-minded to assume that backing your own audience and financial supporters into a corner just so you can milk them is like the best move. It's like, actually, guys, like, capitalism is about finding the most efficient way to get money from people. And when you have happy customers that want to give you their money, this is going to be a mind-blowing thing for you to hear. But they actually go out of their way to give you money more often. It's called like a relationship, right? Like, have you ever heard of Disney? There are people who spend like tens of thousands of dollars a year just to go to Disney over and over again, because they're just obsessed with the experience they get there. Like, they just get off on how nice it is, how much it appeals to them. Like, there's a market for that. There's a market for giving people whatever it is they want. So let's not pretend that just because the greedy option is to box people into their little walled ecosystem, let's not pretend the greediest option is automatically the best option. That's all. Let's not do that. I struggle with that. All right, this guy got into a game, so he waited for us. I appreciate that. No, Valve will let you sell all your Counter-Strike and Dota and Team Fortress items to other people for Steam credit. You sell it, you list it for like $1. If somebody buys it, you get like 87 cents, and that's it. And Valve just scrapes pennies off of all these mini transactions that people put their real money into, and they use that to make a shit ton of money. It's pretty tight. It's pretty tight. Good luck, Roach Man.
Let's go.
You were expecting some battle aces? Yeah, I'm not. I was saying I'm not interested in playing that game because of their monetization scheme. That's what we were just talking about. I'm not really interested in getting into any games that have like a Clash Royale type monetization scheme or Ultimate Team. I don't like that stuff.
SCV ready. going? SCV ready.
Yeah. There are a lot of brands that are very successful specifically because they don't go out of their way to give their customers the middle finger. I got another great example for you guys. Have you ever heard of this small indie company called Coca-Cola?
What's going on?
You know, they just kind of sell something that people like, and they don't really mess with it too often. And they just sell it, and that's all they do. And they just make billions and billions and billions of dollars. And you never hear any weird drama in the news about how they were like, oh, we just decided to try Coca-Cola new randomly. It's always like, no, they try new stuff in side flavors. They make promo flavors. They don't force it on to everybody. Coca-Cola doesn't go full Microsoft and say, well, we just decided to change the Coke formula every 3 years. We're going to just AI model adapt it and just adjust it so that it's always shifting. It's like, no, those guys are incredibly successful because they know what people want and they just give it to them. Like, what a mind-boggling concept. What a mind-boggling concept. Coca-Cola is one of the most valuable companies in the world, and all they do is give people exactly what they expect from them. Like, you know, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. Obviously, you have to make good choices with who you're working with and your bottlers and distributors and all that stuff, and it's not as simple as just, oh, make the right choices, but obviously along the way, a lot of people did make very good choices, but it doesn't happen without that focus they have on just giving people what they want. It's a very simple concept. They execute extremely well in their market.
Go ahead. Go, go, go. Gotcha.
I think that's not a conversation for Twitch chat though, Catalyst. All right, let's you can do your war against the corporation somewhere else. I was just talking about doing good business. Obviously, corporations, blah 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 blah, virtual signal, etc. Yes, we know corporations are bad. You're welcome. Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's
No, I just like reading about stuff. I just like learning.
your thing.
Just like learning.
Yes, sir. SCV ready. What's
I've read a lot of stuff about like different company stuff and all that kinds of crap since I got into the market all those years ago with that BS about GameStop. I took it as an opportunity to look up and learn as much as I could about everything.
Add-ons finished.
I wanted to try and understand some level.
gotcha?
You know, is there weird stuff that happens? Is there manipulation? Sure, but there are some things that there's no amount of manipulation that can really stop, right? Which is running a good business. And when I ask myself why certain businesses are completely resistant to difficult times and things like that, I like to look at really strong companies that have things like that, and I think to myself, well, it's true that the price of Coca-Cola is very high, but they also do lots of deals pretty regularly in grocery stores. They do lots of coupon-heavy deals, and I'm like, I don't know if that's some part of their accounting process, that instead of lowering price, they just constantly do these buy two, get twos, or if those are all grocery store run. But it's not as inaccessible as the price would make it seem, because they have a lot of partnership type stuff that they do. But at the same time,
SCV ready.
that's something that's also got a lot more expensive. So they capitalize on that inflation pretty heavily.
Ready to plunder. SCV ready.
I guess it doesn't hurt that people are still willing to pay for it.
SCV ready. What's going? Big job, huh?
Command center upgrade.
SCV ready.
Add-on done.
It's my biggest fangirl right here, Sifa.
Victory.
He's got like a Helga Patinky level shrine, Hey Arnold style, in his closet.
SCV ready. Eat something.
Friday night plans are some pizza and movie with the missus. Probably gonna get some gaming sprinkled in. Nice, nice. Yeah, I'm one of those people, you know, it's like part of my character's archetype is that I couldn't afford college and all that. I left school because they told me I wasn't able to pay my bill or whatever. But, you know, it taught me to take every chance to learn something that I can, because I've always been a nerd. I've always been a nerd. Just because I grew up in a really poor household didn't mean I wasn't still a nerd that wanted to go be some tech guy or business dude, blah, blah, blah. So I think that's been probably the most interesting non-political thing that's just been happening in the last few years is stock market reform stuff. So I've been it's a fun thing to take time to read about, try to learn. Not just stocks specifically, but understanding like business stuff, I guess. It's fun to read about. You know, you don't start dying until you stop learning, right? You're always growing in some way. One of my little mini virtues. I don't ever want to be the kind of person that isn't willing to learn something.
Armed and ready. Can't hold them alone. SCV ready.
Let's go to a load of queens.
Yes, sir. SCV ready. SCV ready.
Research, you've depleted that mineral field.
Who called in the fleet?
You mined out a mineral field. Good thing you've got more of those, right?
Oh, really?
Let's get it. Oh, straight to that hive. It's a wild boy.
You've depleted upgrade complete.
SCV ready. Yes, Commander. What is it? Yes,
The research is ready.
bad news? Oh, really? SCV ready.
Okay. Yeah, bile down your own hive. Thanks, bro.
Add-on done. Swap away.
What are you gonna do now?
In the rear with the... You gonna get... What's going on?
That's what I thought. Oh, he did get a couple vipers, huh? Yeah, good boy.
Patching you through. What is it? Patching... Well, yes, Commander. I'm in deep! What is it? Well... We could use some help here. What is it?
Your base is getting blasted.
Big job. Who called in the fleet? Oh,
Add-on is complete.
it's a trap.
Workers, you mined out some of your minerals. You mined out a mineral field. Good thing you've got more of those, right?
We could use some help here. Successful. Oh, yes. Bad news. Well, it's a trap. Yes, Commander. Oh, really? SCV ready. Who called in the fleet? SCV ready.
He's a wild one.
Ready.
He's a wild one. Ooh, 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 ooh.
SCV ready.
If I took him home, he'd be a... What's the rest of the words? I forget.
Command Center 2.0.
Show me how you do.
SCV ready.
Let's get it.
Patch.
You're my boy, Siffa. You only do what I let you do. Remember that.
Command center upgrade complete.
You gotta do all this super awkward shit every single game, because there's no other way for you to beat me. And that is beautiful. That is beautiful.
SCV ready.
Our command center's got some new toys.
SCV ready. SCV ready. It's a trap. Huh? Big.
Damn, I got the wrong one.
Touching you. Oh, really? Yes, Commander. Who called in the fleet? Big job, huh? Well? Yes, Commander.
Just keep sending it. Just keep sending it.
Yes, Commander. What is it? Yes, Commander. SCV ready. Called in the fleet. Yes, sir. SCV ready.
That's my favorite thing.
What's going on? What is it? Patching you through.
He doesn't actually have that much anymore. I didn't realize that, but
Who called in the fleet?
I thought he would have already had that other base situated again. Oh, okay. I see. He's got this guy. That's good. That's good to know.
SCV ready.
You mined out some of your... You mined out a mineral field. Good thing you... You've depleted... Your command center's got some new toys.
Who called in the fleet? You hail? Oh, really?
You've mined out some of your minerals.
Oh, really? Patching you through.
There we go. There we go. Finally making some mistakes for me, big boy.
Huh? Who called in the fleet? It's a trap. What is it? Who called in the fleet? SCV ready. It's a trap. Oh, really? It's a
Upgrade
trap.
ready.
Oh, absolutely slaughtered him.
Yes, Commander.
Upgrade complete.
Yeah, he never got the hives, so that one guy's been working overtime.
Who called in the fleet?
Yeah, no, this is amazing, actually.
Big job, huh? Who called in the fleet? Yes. In the rear with it. Huh? Yes. What is it? Patching.
Upgrade ready.
Well, when people play like this and they don't have corruptors, it's really easy to do hit and run.
Command center upgrade complete.
Because his whole strategy relies on snowballing stuff like infestor energy. But if he doesn't do that, then his build doesn't have any, like he doesn't have, there's no win condition, right?
Yes, Commander.
Because once I get enough BCs, it doesn't matter what he has, so.
Big job, huh?
He needs the ability to kill me, which he just doesn't get from his strategy, so.
Yeah,
mined out some of your minerals.
What's going on?
At this point, we are maxed, so my goal is gonna just
Guys are depleted.
clear out some supply.
Try.
Yeah, I've got a lot of SCVs. We could smoke a few of them. There we go. Yeah, I just opened up. Now I can make 2 more. But like, he didn't have a spire, he didn't have his hive for a while, so all he can do is just make nothing but hydralisks. That's it.
You've depleted that mineral field.
He doesn't have anything. He's just waiting for me to teleport on him, I guess. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna teleport on his overlords. He's got the infestor fart cloud. He thinks that's gonna do it.
Mined out a mineral.
Did I give you permission to make a hive again?
Right?
Sifa, did I give you permission to build a hive? Where's your permission slip, boy? Where's your permission slip?
You mined out some of your minerals.
Who gave you permission? Who gave you permission, huh? Did you forge your parents' signature? Did you forge your parents' signature? I can check. I have a lie detector. I'll know. Yeah? This is a no hive game. You understand? Look how many vipers he has. It's illegal.
You've exhausted that Vespine dies.
Should be illegal to have this many.
You've mined out some of your minerals.
In the rear with the gear. Go ahead.
You've depleted that mineral field.
Oops. I'm going in again.
Your command center.
Hey, there they are. Yeah, abduct me. Yeah, pull me in. Pull me in, bro. Pull me in, brah.
Pin this replay up on the wall.
Take it slow.
He doesn't build corruptors, which
Mined out a mineral field.
I'm not gonna lie. I think it hurts him a little. A wee bit.
In the rear with the gear.
But that's what he does. He rushes Burrow, Neural Parasite, Infestors every game. That's all he does. It's the only thing he does. He goes like 12 pool. He started going 15 pool recently. He did recently start going 15 pool. But here, you guys want to see his build order? His build order is like taking a bong rip. So for those of you who are sober, you know, you might find this relieving, right? Medicine-free relief.
Can have fun.
I do have respect for the In Control voice pack though. But yeah, this is what he does every game. He's crazy. He's crazy. Right? Pool first. Yeah, 15 pool. So he stopped 12 pooling. He used to 12 pool me. But he stopped. It is what it is. But watch this. Watch what he does next. I think he skipped the roaches this time. I think that was the only real difference this game. He didn't go into roaches. Usually he'll build like 3 roaches and just throw them at you, or like for defensively. But he tried to play really greedy this game, which makes it even that much more hilarious that he lost, because he should have been in perfect position against me. You see, he doesn't really have anything. And he takes... Actually, still hasn't taken gas yet. He just takes all of his gas at once at like the 5-minute mark. And then he goes directly into his lair. 1-1 for... Okay, then he goes 1-1 for his roaches. And then he goes burrow. You know, he did do his build a little differently this time. This was a late BC rush by me, but I could have already had 2 BCs in his base by now if I wanted. And maybe I would have already won? Okay. Yeah, he did this in a much more conservative way than he usually does. But yeah, it's all about he gets the fast hive, neural parasite, the quick burrow. He uses burrow to dodge Yamatos. Like, he's actually pretty good. He's pretty good at it. But it's always, he always does this, so it's like you kind of... It's nice for me as the guy who builds battlecruisers a lot, because... Okay. He was playing unranked, but still a good amount of MMR. I was curious. I was curious if there was going to be a windfall there. Hey Nate, did you see Rogue just won an event? Cool to see him doing well again after returning. I did not see that, but good for him. Hell yeah. Isn't the last GSL broadcast ever tonight, right? That's what people are saying. I think I'm gonna try to get up for that. Well, I don't know if you guys know this, but Blizzard has basically been paying for everything for GSL for most of its existence, even though the people running it have never been able to figure out a way to make money. Whatever. That being said, this last 2024 was like going into 2023, 2024. Blizzard isn't spending any money at all anymore on StarCraft esports. So they're not even funding the they're not even funding like GSL and stuff, I don't think either. So
In the rear with the gear. Huh? Go ahead.
so it's like
SCV ready.
the GSL is mostly running off of their own money. So I'm gonna guess that they're gonna announce the Saudis probably bought GSL. I'm gonna guess they'll probably buy Afrika or something like that, or they'll buy the brand. But unless ESL takes over running GSL, yeah.
In the rear with the gear.
That writing's been on the wall there for a little bit.
We hear. Big jump. In the rear with the gear.
If they announce another season, though, that would be awesome. Just to be clear, I'm not saying like it's a matter-of-fact thing, but it's just my opinion based on all of the aforementioned. But they haven't announced anything, and they usually would, so maybe there'll be news today. Maybe there'll be news tonight.
SCV ready. Huh? The grim. Fair enough. Done. Oh, that's all? Nothing I can't handle. Oh,
Yo, Ray Ray, what's up? How you doing?
what's it worth?
You like my counter? You like my countdown timer to Stormgate?
What? You want something? Yes, indeed. Agreed. On the way. Death.
Command center upgrade complete.
Kill. I love it when a plan comes together.
Do not want to play with me, Mr. Barcode. Is that it? Is that what you're trying to say? I have no idea, Alex.
Add-ons finished.
I have no idea, bro. I'm kind of getting cheesed right now, so ask your question again later, maybe.
SCV ready. What? You want something?
center's got some new toys.
Well, that's not bad then.
Bad news. SCV ready. What's going on? SCV ready. Huh? Right.
It's not my fault this guy wants to play with no name and try to speed run the game.
Got something from me. SCV ready.
It's not like I can control what this guy does, you know?
SCV ready. SCV ready. Optics online. Let's go. SCV ready. This better be good. SCV ready. Been waiting on you. SCV ready.
Yeah, and there's nothing sussy out here at all, so we're good.
Your add-on is complete.
At least it seems like he's playing straight up, so that's nice. Oh, he got DTs? Well, there you go, GG. Little cheeky DT rush with that. I'm just going to dodge him, and then we don't have to play him again. Unranked, barcode, cheesing. It's pretty suspicious just off of that information alone. That's his first game in 16 hours. I think we've earned a little bit of a break. We're just going to wait for this guy to be out of our way. I approve of your Friday night tendies idea. Yeah, we're going to go to the casino and get those discount Mai Tais and tendies. They use that to rein old people in so that they'll go gamble all their pension checks away, but we just use it to get the last affordable meal in America, That $6.99 chicken tender dinner with fries and a biscuit is it is really good. I can't wait. Can't wait. And a $7 Mai Tai. It's pretty all right. It's like the before times, Gonna get some dope tendies tonight. And they're fantastic as well. You selling covered calls? Ditim, while I am along for the ride, the only thing I have 100% confidence in is that nobody knows shit about anything that's going on. So I think that's a good safe play. That's a good safe play. They posted all this news stuff about that dog tweet yesterday, and I'm like, guys, he put the eyes emoji over the dog emoji's face, okay? It's clear. It clearly means watchdog, all right? It's talking about some policy, probably. Ugh. If we're gonna go through tinfoil conspiracies, I mean, guys, watchdog. He combined two, okay? It wasn't just one. Jesus. Do these guys even know how to draw 500 different lines on a board between different pictures that are unrelated, or what? Anyway. I do like the meme timeline theory though, because in that reality, there's only like 3 more options, right? As soon as the moment he builds a photon cannon, I'm just gonna leave the game. Gator don't play those games. Gator don't play. Oh, there it is. GG. All right, we're gonna dodge him too. Gator don't play with no bitches like that. So what were we talking about? Yeah. I won't lie. I went in when it got to like that. When it got to like 10, I was just looking at my cost basis this last week. We got basically, I'd say like 70% of our shares at like $10. So it's been ever since they raised the extra 3 billion, and now the floor cash price is like, I think the book value, if they got liquidated now, would be like $20 a share, something close to that. So it's like kind of impossible for it to go down anymore. They're valued at like just 2 times their cash, which is one of the lowest ratios of any company that's traded publicly. So there's not, it's been pretty nice. Yeah. Not doing anything crazy, but I didn't think they're going to go. I didn't think they were going to go under 10. That's true though, 5 Aces. They're legally registered as a holding company now. They're publicly registered as being able to own stocks of other companies, including their own. That's what they're going to do at some point. That's what they've said they're going to do anyway. I'm guessing they're waiting for like some game studio or whatever, you know, like they could probably buy something like that. When you got $4 billion, it's hard to guess. It's hard to guess. There's a lot you could do with that. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of really good video games and a lot of really good legacy IPs and a lot of really good products that are not accessible to customers. And I think that's one of the greatest shames of all the business people running the companies is they don't even keep their own stuff. Like they don't even maintain the stuff that built what they are currently milking now, right? You know, it's one of the reasons why I like Capcom. I don't know if you guys heard, Capcom released DRM free versions of the original 3 Resident Evil games on GOG. So there's no DRM. They're just literally ported forward to run on Windows 11/10. That's it. So you can play the original Resident Evil 1, the original Resident Evil 2, and the original Resident Evil 3. So if you're just like, I just want to own this game and not ever worry about anti-piracy crap, turning it off in 20 years, you just keep that for your Windows X64 emulator in 50 years from now, and you'll be able to play that, hopefully. So preservation of stuff like that for the fans. It's a big deal. It's a big deal for the fans. It's a big deal for those people that show up and buy everything that you release, you know? It's a big deal for them. They're called your customers. They're the reason your business exists. Did I buy any games on Steam? No. I haven't really had many games that I've been looking forward to lately. I'm kind of just waiting for Stormgate and Metal Gear and Final Fantasy VII Remake on PC. Those are the games I'm waiting for right now. And then obviously next year I'm very excited about Grand Theft Auto 6 and they've been teasing that they might be releasing a second volume of the Metal Gear Solid Classic Collection, and according to the leaks of metadata that was left in the original game, there's a strong likelihood Metal Gear Solid 4 will be released on PC in 2025, and I never got to play that game, and I don't want to deal with getting an old shitty PS3 with hours of loading time, so I'm not going to do that. So I literally won't. The game's long enough as is. I also know that it took longer to load than anything else. So I'm not going that far with it. So there I am. So I would be pretty excited. I would be pretty excited for a PC port of Metal Gear Solid 4. I hope that happens. But Metal Gear Solid Delta looks incredible. That's coming out this year. They ported the exact game. Like, it's literally like meant to be the exact same game, just remade in Unreal 5. All of the original stuff is there, the original cutscenes, original voice lines, it's just touched up into Unreal 5. Like, it looks so good. And, you know, the guy that was in charge of the game, you guys know, if you watch the stream a lot, then you already know my stance on Konami, which is generally pretty negative. But the guy in charge of this project was in an interview this week where he actually came out and said that they kept the original, they kept Kojima's and all the other original creators' names in the credits. Said they weren't trying to erase anybody. And the guy in charge of the game actually said, at least for me personally, he said, there's nothing I would love more than be able to work with Kojima on these games again. And while I understand, Nathan, may understand that he doesn't necessarily speak for Capcom or speak for Konami on a whole, I think that having anybody willing to go out and publicly make a statement like that, considering the way Japanese work culture is, actually does feel like a pretty powerful statement. Because if he were, my understanding of the dynamics at these types of corporations is that making any statements publicly that go against the will or the general direction of the executive leadership is exactly the kind of thing that gets you canned, or, you know, they're like, oh, you make us look bad or whatever. So I did like that aspect of it. So gave me 3% of hope, like the tiniest bit of hope. I just been getting cheesed by Protoss players and Zergs all day, huh? Look at that, another unranked. That was his first game in 6 days. That's incredible. I'm gonna wait for him to queue up. We're gonna dodge him too. We'll just turn this into Ask Me Anything Day, if that's what it has to be. Thank you, Finra, for the Prime sub. Appreciate it. What's my favorite game genre? I don't have one. My whole character's arc thing is like my whole thing is that I like everything. I want to experience everything. I'm one of those idealistic hippies that wants to have some idea, you know, of what the world is like by the time I die. I just like all that stuff. I think the only game genres I'm not particularly interested in would be like, what kind of games don't I like? I played the last Forza. I did a Twitch competition for Forza. I've done a lot of Battle Royale stuff. I played like Stardew Valley. Just games I played in the last year. I could just go through the list while we wait for this guy. Obviously, I played through Metal Gear. I played through SM64. I've been playing Persona 3. Been playing Persona 5. Definitely a lot of RPGs. Final Fantasy VII. I've been replaying that on Epic Store because I have that for PC now. Trying to get my PC save caught up with my PS4 save, basically, so I can get ready for whenever they release that. What else? Let me see. I'm gonna just pull my Steam up. All right, that guy's in a game, so we should be good to queue. Let me see. Games I played in the last year on Steam anyway. GTA 5, Fallout 76, Madden, Battle Aces. I played an online multiplayer Resident Evil game called Resistance, Elden Ring, Resident Evil 2, Fall Guys, Stormgate, Resident Evil 4, VR Chat, Resident Evil 3, Persona 3, Fallout 4, Halo, PUBG, Fallout 3, Stardew Valley, Zero Space, Dragon Ball FighterZ, Dragon's Dogma 2, Resident Evil 6, Outlast Trials. We tried It Takes Two, Resident Evil 5, Age of Empires 4. Tried Lethal Company, Call of Duty, Baldur's Gate 3. That was great. I tried The Finals, Dark Souls 3. Oh yeah, I was playing the Castlevania Advance Collection because they have all the Game Boy Advance games from Castlevania on Steam now. I was playing that. I was playing Castlevania Circle of the Moon on that, actually. We were just talking about that the other day.
Quest for glory begins.
And that's as far back as... Yeah, actually, that is 2024. That's just this year. That's just during 2024. So... There's a pretty good range in there. Factorio, I'm aware of. The large-scale sim games I don't play too much of because I kind of like I used to, like maybe a long time ago, probably more so just playing like the regular Sims. Like Sims is nice if I want to do something simmy like that. Not gonna put a $5 in the slot machine for fun. Oh well, you know, sometimes it's cap ourselves to like a movie ticket, right? It's never gonna be. It's never gonna be more than like a movies. But I'll put a cheeky. I'll put a cheeky one in. I'll put a cheeky one in on the way in. If it hits, you know, you play with house money, you have a little bit of fun. But we're very conservative with that, because obviously, if when you're going somewhere for the cheap food and drinks, you wanna make sure you're being responsible. So.
We hear you. SCV ready. The gear.
But for me, it would always be like never, ever putting in anything more than you would spend on any other night out. That's it's a good rule. It's a good rule.
Huh? Will do.
But we're both pretty. We're both pretty chill when it comes to stuff like that. So I'll probably bet like. I'll probably put $5 in. I probably will, yeah. I'll be a bad boy after spending 2 weeks grinding my stream and just trying to relax my face muscles as much as possible before Stormgate comes out. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of hard work coping until the next game comes out, guys. Telling myself there's anything productive I can do between now and when that game releases is, you know, that's tough. That's tough. That's a tough conversation. It's still fun to do. It's still fun to be here, but I feel like I'm waiting, you know? Just feel like I'm waiting sometimes. Been waiting for a long time, really. Your lifetime gambling consists of 20 in a slot machine. Yeah. I like watching Katie play sometimes, you know? Give her the fun money. It's like that bubbly personality. If I ever try to do anything, I never win. I think I told you guys, but my special stats, like, my luck is 1. When I get lucky, it's crazy, but it's extremely rare, like, if that makes sense. So it's like, but hers has got to be at least a 7 or an 8, I'd say. If I had to guess, I'd say Katie's luck stat is a 7 or an 8.
SCV ready. Bet. Big job.
Add-ons finished.
Oh, for the Dark Knight, the 3D chair? Yeah. Well, looking at the other fun part about going there is, like, it's great to people watch, you know, because we just walk around with cocktails and we just kind of just look around at everybody and everything. And it's obviously just 90% much older people who are disgusted by a presence in the same space as them. Because there's, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, whatever.
It's always a good time. It's always a good time. They put in this really crappy, this new one is like they have one based on the movie The Mask with Jim Carrey and Cameron Diaz. But it's just awful. It's terribly designed. Whoever made it clearly is not a fan of the movies or Jim Carrey. Like, they just don't understand the energy, you know? They were like, let's just make some wacky, zany garbage, but clearly didn't have proper reference to the source material. What are these guys doing? What are these guys doing? So when I find out their security team watches my stream and I'm going to show up tonight and they're going to just handcuff me straight up. It's going to be over, man. It's going to be over.
Command Center 2.0.
I don't know why they'd handcuff me. I meant they just, like, kick me out or something. I don't think I just broke any laws, but hopefully I didn't. Don't gamble, by the way. It's a terrible habit.
Swap away.
Most people aren't as good at self-restraint when it comes to stuff like that as me, so it's not something I really worry about. But being able to tell yourself no is an ability that not everybody has. So if you don't have that ability, don't ever bet money on anything. Trust me, it's not a good idea.
Your add-on is
SCV ready. ready for war? Victory. Certainly. Very well.
Your friend had never seen The Mask? Oh, okay, yeah, that's fun. That's fun. Reported for map hack. Oh my god. He thinks I'm a genius, huh?
Go ahead.
This guy thinks I'm the Flash.
SCV ready.
Your SCVs are
Thank
under
you, I guess.
This better be good.
It's incredible.
Big job.
Well, I'm not here to judge the choices of other people. I'm just saying be responsible if you're gonna do stuff like that and understand your limits, etc. If that's something that you choose to do in your free time and it doesn't get in the way of your day-to-day life and your responsibilities, then who am I to tell you that not to do it? I mean, I'm literally doing it, and I'm just telling you that I set boundaries and I'm careful about it because I don't want you guys to think that it's okay to just go crazy either. I know I've met a lot of people in my life that have had some serious issues in their life caused by gambling, so it's just something I'm aware of.
SCVs didn't sign up to fight.
SCV ready.
Research? I'm in deep. Your base is getting blasted.
He's in. They cut the fiber.
SCV ready.
I saved like 3 of the SCVs.
Add-ons finished.
Can't hold them.
Oh yeah, no, this is crazy.
Armed and ready.
Yes.
You lined out a mineral.
Oh, he sent everything home. That's awesome.
Right?
SCV ready.
Oh, really?
Play Rain on Me by Lady Gaga featuring Ariana Grande.
SCV ready.
You mined out some of your minerals.
What can I say? It's a banger.
Yes. Well?
Ah! You scared me.
Yes.
SCV ready.
Who called in the fleet? I'm on it. Oh, really?
SCV ready.
Well? Yes, Commander.
You lined up.
SCV ready. We could use some help here. Ah! You scared me.
Workers win games. Protect them.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Who called in the fleet?
You've depleted that mineral field.
Go ahead. SCV ready.
He's crazy.
SCV ready. Lay it on. SCV ready. SCV ready.
Oh, really?
This better be
What is it?
Nice. Oh, we got the corruptor at least.
good. Ah! You scared?
Yes.
Let's go. In the rear with the gear. Ready to roll out. Uh-huh. Bad news.
You think he's just watching and attacking every time my BCs leave my base, basically? That's kind of the vibe he's giving.
Big job.
No units on the outside, no spotters or anything, right? He's just kind of reacting based on my movements. I haven't looked at this in a long time, but I bet you he's going to go right for it now that I looked at it, right? There's nothing been there the whole game, but he's just going to suddenly go right for it.
Your base is
There it is.
SCV ready.
Yeah, so he's watching the stream. He's watching the stream. For sure.
Oh, really? Oh, really?
Upgrade complete.
SCV ready.
Got to do the slow drag on the way out to just kill as much stuff as possible.
SCV ready.
Well, yes.
Big. Go ahead.
You guys like how I called out exactly what he was going to do right as it happened? I know. But you don't like it when I accuse people of stuff. So am I allowed to say what's happening or not? Am I allowed to say what's happening or not? I know. It's a dilemma. I shouldn't put you in charge of that kind of decision. That's a lot. That's a lot to put on Twitch chat. It is. I don't pretend like it's not.
For it to get blown up, did you?
Bad news.
What is it?
What's going on? Yeah. Bad news.
Go for it, bro.
Yes, Commander.
Good job. In the rear.
Let's go.
Your command center's got some new toys.
Who called in the fleet? Well, oh,
Again, this is what he wants. Just remember that.
yes, Commander. Yes.
Go ahead. SCV ready. Lay it on me.
Yes.
It's like always really obvious when people are,
Your research.
at least to me, it feels pretty obvious in situations like this.
SCV ready. What's going on? Bad
I do love my fans though, even if some of them are a little clingy.
Big job. SCV ready.
You mined out some of your minerals.
Well,
SCV ready.
oh. Yes, Commander. What is it?
Go ahead. SCV ready.
You mined out a mineral field.
Pity you don't know enough about Stormgate. Well, Stormgate isn't even out yet. It's going to be launching into Steam Early Access on August 13th. And I'm just going to be playing an early access version of it about a week before then. So that's kind of the best thing about Stormgate is there's no bad time to learn or get into it. It's not even out yet, so there's going to be a lot of opportunity. There's going to be a lot of opportunity to see it and experience it, and there's going to be a lot of people playing it and checking it out, and it doesn't have any pay-to-win mechanics, so, you know, those are all good things. Yeah, the way he's just kind of jumping on me, huh? He's clicking on me in the fog of war.
You mined out some of your minerals.
The nice thing is we made him commit a crazy amount to kill that base, and it doesn't really give him any additional access to us. So that's the really nice part. Like he doesn't really get too much from killing that because it doesn't open up an avenue to me or my base. Yeah, he just has to break that open now.
Yes, Commander. You hail?
And all he can do is just try and counter everything we're doing. He's just staring. He's just like checking every 3 seconds, be like, hey. He hasn't started building anything else yet, right? Watch him all of a sudden get real careful once we get some mines on the map.
Mined out a mineral field. Good thing you've got more of those.
Let's have some fun with him. Get some overseers, okay, buddy? Can you build like 500 spores for me while you're at it too?
You depleted that mineral field. You mined out some of your minerals. exhausted, that vest beam died.
It's a trap.
Well, I think that's it, right? GG. We'll just dodge. Yeah, see, he was also unranked, right? Also playing unranked. Hasn't laddered for 2 days. Pretty clear case there. We'll just wait for him to log off or queue up for a game. But we won't rematch him because that would obviously be a huge waste of time. Brood War skin planetary. It's really hard to tell, right? It's really hard to tell the difference between the planetary and the regular command center on that skin. Well, I can keep going through my Steam games. I assume this guy's just watching the stream, waiting to queue up at the same time as us, so we'll just wait until he gets bored, or he'll prove me wrong and queue up for a game. Either one of those situations, we win. So here's the other games I played. Let's go to 2023 now. So 2023, Crash Bandicoot trilogy. I was playing Crash Bandicoot last year. I was playing a bit of that last Christmas. Metal Gear Solid 5. I actually did run a couple missions in that. I wanted to just kind of revisit it a little bit. Persona 3 Portable, which I was playing before the remake came out. Calaris gave me the remake because I couldn't get it immediately. Shout out to Calaris, by the way. Endorsing my RPG addiction. Metal Gear Solid collection. I was playing on Metal Gear Solid. Obviously, really good. Warhammer Age of Sigmar. Yeah, I tried that. They hooked me up with a free copy of that. Dead Space, which I still have to stream. I do have the Dead Space remake. Maybe Halloween this year. We'll finally make it happen. And then, yeah, Master Collection games for Metal Gear. I played all of those, so yeah. And then Apex Legends, and then that was just back to October last year. Okay, he's in a game. Nice. When people that don't like me watch the stream and I just talk about myself and my life and my interests, you know, that really turns those people off. So that's just what we'll do anytime we've got to wait. Let's just go through my Steam log. But he's in a game now, so we should be able to queue him. Oh, it's the Cell guy. It said he was in a game too. Damn. I'm just gonna leave because I don't think this guy's interested in a serious game. I think he's just gonna cheese me again if I play him, so we'll just avoid him. It said he was in a game though. That's weird. That's weird. It's just bad luck. Yeah, but he just won bases every game, so there's no reason to play him. Let's see, I got some emails. You guys want to hear what my emails are today? Now live on your YouTube channel. Yeah, okay. I get emails about myself going live. Spa gift card website sending me a spam email. Got an email from the Capcom creators people talking about everything they announced this summer. Cool. Just got a link to a bunch of trailers for Capcom stuff. Apparently Call of Duty's trying to get people back. House of the Dragon Season 2, has not been very enjoyable. Spam email from food delivery. And then 2 emails from Bethesda. Actually, one from Bethesda and Battle.net. They both start with B, so that kind of got me caught off guard there. Let's see. Doom: The Dark Ages revealed. Oh, was there another trailer? I guess they put out another trailer for the new Doom game today. That's kind of dope. Again, I can't wait to watch Maynard no hit. I can't wait to watch Maynard beat the new Doom game with no damage. You know, I think that'll be really awesome, personally. There you go. Good boy. He queued up for me. Good boy. Yeah. By DBZA, do you mean Dragon Ball Z Abridged? Yeah, I've seen a little bit of it. I watched more of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, though. You're a troll like that? Yeah, I can tell. You got the whole entire chat filled. Just you, huh? Guy walks in here, thinks he owns the place. Okay, we got a Grandmaster Protoss for our next game. At least it's not the same. At least it's not some guy that I've played 500 times this week, though. I don't recognize this name, so that's a good thing. The less I recognize the name, the better.
SCV ready. What's going on? Yo. SCV ready. Big job. Bad news. Man the what's man the SCV ready. It's your time. Sure thing. Man the rear with the gear. Yeah. SCV ready. Huh? Bad news? Huh? Bad? What's going? Bad news? What? Bad news? SCV ready. Yeah, yeah. Bad, huh? SCV ready. What? SCV ready. Go ahead. Yeah, whatever. In the rear. What's bad? Go ahead. Big job. What's bad? The Grim Reaper has a
Command Center 2.0 ready to go.
That's all.
He's a Grandmaster Protoss is who we're up against this match.
SCV ready. Huh? Big job, huh? Woo-hoo! SCV ready. The Grim Reaper.
Every Protoss I've played today, every single one has one based me. I've gotten one based by 3 different Protoss players today, so I just, I'm like, please God, don't let there be a robotics facility building outside my base. So let me get one macro game in today. Let me get one macro game in today that isn't against a frickin' psychopath.
Show me who you. What? Bad news? Ah! You scared me! You're the boss. Go ahead. SCV ready. Where?
Add-on done. Swap away.
Yeah, baby. This ought to be good.
Yo, Stavka, what's up, buddy?
Fear the Reaper.
Happy Friday, man. Always a pleasure.
Huh?
Stavka, I want you to know that I played a League of Legends ranked game this morning, and I was playing Malzahar in mid lane. Okay? My opponent was a Xerath. Okay? And you can look at my match history and see how hard I dumpstered this team. You gotta look at my match history, okay, when you get a chance. But they surrendered at 16 minutes. It was beautiful. It was fantastic.
Pig.
I had a Nidalee jungle.
Acknowledged. Picking up.
and with your favorite skin. And she was 4, 0, and 3. Ganked me twice. And I just absolutely bullied Xerath out of the game. It was fantastic. As a Malzahar, you know, Xerath's poke is really annoying. So it's like kind of a point of pride. You know, it's like honor bound almost anytime that you beat a Xerath or play a Xerath even as a Malzahar. Because they're like, oh, your abilities are all just click. And all my abilities are skill shots. And I'm like, yeah, well, welcome to video games. Everything's not the same. And then they act like it's a big deal. And I'm like, you could just play the same guy I did. You could ban him too. I mean, anyway, you know what I mean. It's good times. It's good times. 13 and 2 as a team. Very proud of you. Thank you, Stavka. Thank you. I knew you would care if I told you, so thank you. I didn't grief. I didn't feed. My vision score is really good. I recently discovered that I actually am in the top 0.1% of ranked players in terms of overall vision score. Because apparently just nobody ever places wards. So that was, you know, that's wild. That's wild. People just don't place wards. They just don't.
Command Center 2.0 ready to go.
SCV ready. Bandit, big job, huh?
I always target the Stalker because Stalkers are expensive. And Adepts are kind of worthless. Like, killing an Adept doesn't move the needle for the game's win condition, in my opinion. It doesn't move the needle at all. Killing a Stalker does, because I mean, let's just think about what just happened, right? He kind of poked the ramp over here. In that situation, if he had 1 or 2 extra Stalkers, and I had lost my Cyclones, as I was probably always going to lose those, then maybe he feels brave enough to blink on my unsieged tank, you know, rather than, I don't know. There's a lot of ways that it could have gone worse if we want to hypothesize. So we prevented that by at least limiting, or we possibly prevented that by limiting his Stalker production. As for whether or not it was like 100% because of that and no other reason, probably can't say that though. That might be a stretch. That might be a stretch. What's like the biggest fallacy people fall on, right? Is the correlation does not equal causation. So it's like it may be true that those two things happened at the same time, but they may not always be dependent on each other being in or not in that state.
Yep. Go ahead.
Now we're just going for it, man. We're going for the BCs. It's time. It's time. Wards are for nerds. Yeah, the lack of shit talking makes points to me though. You know, I did get banned. I actually did get chat restricted in League once. It was right when I started playing ranked, and I actually tried to stick up for somebody else, and then everybody reported me, and I realized, I was like, oh yes, the biggest mistake everybody makes on the internet is they assume that everybody means everything seriously and personally, but like only in negative context, right? Like whatever reason, that's how humans are wired. So people are kind of incapable of not reacting to things that they feel like is an attack on them or their beliefs, you know? So it's like all these trolls just kind of exploit that forever. So funnily enough, playing through League and dealing with that and realizing that the smartest thing to do is to just keep my mouth shut, report, and move on. You know, that was I'll put that in my utility belt of lessons I've learned over the years.
SCV ready.
But once you accept that the whole point of like all griefing and trolling is just to get a reaction, and once you realize that the reaction you give literally doesn't matter, there's nothing you can say to someone that wants to fuck with you. There's nothing you can say to them that makes you win, because engaging with them at all is always the win condition for them. It's like the jester. It's like the jester in a game of Mafia, right? When you engage the troll, he immediately wins. And then he only keeps winning if you keep engaging. So it's like, you know, a really great demonstration I saw of that was when we finally watched this show, What We Do in the Shadows. and I realized Colin Robinson is every internet troll. It's exactly what it is. Just literally feeds off of people's attention, just arguing with him over things he doesn't care about at all. It's beautiful. It's also horrifying. I like horror movies. I think some of them are beautiful, but they're also horrifying. Those are not mutually exclusive. In fact, there's a lot of horror movies where beautiful things kill people, right? So it's got a lot of zealots. It's a lot of zealots.
Big job, huh?
This is gonna be tough. I gotta get a lot of battlecruisers. He's got so many zealots. Oh, I don't know about that. Nah. Nate, you gotta put like, yeah, eBays. Put eBays in front, get a wall off, get building armor.
Upgrade complete.
Get building armor. It's gonna cut into your battlecruiser production. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, you can't start 3-3. No. My brother in Christ is about to A-move you with like 500 zealots. We absolutely do not want to base trade him like that. Because I don't have enough BCs to kill him yet. But remember that, guys. When people are messing with you and trying to get your goat, you have to remember, there is no winning. There is nothing you can say to those people that makes you win. Biggest finger you can give them is walk away.
Engineering at your disposal. State your request. Job confirmed. Immediately under.
Oh, I got his recall. Nice.
You've mined out some.
Did he recall all the way into his main base so I could drop turrets on his gold now? Look at this. Look at this fortification of his.
Command center upgrade complete.
System. Combat. Scanning battlefield.
The nice thing about this is we kill some probes, but more importantly, we kind of check on the state of his tech. Like, for example, we know he doesn't... Oh, his Archons are stuck there. That's hilarious. That's even more funny that he recalled there now. But we want to know that he hasn't already tried to build Stargates. Right now, I could teleport onto him, but I don't want to because I obviously don't have that much supply yet. And there's still a pretty good chance that he kills me. Well, never mind. We're going for it. Where's the cyber core? Get the core. Get the core! Yeah, I don't want the siege tanks shooting the... I don't want the tanks shooting at the planetary. You see how he's having a harder time now because the planetary's not being killed by the tanks? You see how much that helps? That's huge. Huge.
You didn't build your base just for it to get blown up, did you?
And we did get the cyber core, so now while he rebuilds it, we go for the upgrades. We go for the gateways.
Some bad guys closing in on your army.
SCV ready.
Your base is under siege.
Well, yeah, he got one last warp in off of that, it looks like.
Who called in the fleet? What is it? Who called in the fleet? Who called in the fleet? Oh, really? Yes,
Man the ring.
oh, really? Yes, Commander. Yes, sir.
Thing is, there's a lot of pylons here, so if I get the Nexus, the Robo, and like a bunch of his pylons at the very least, it comes harder for him to make a lot of units since his army is kind of all of his supply at the moment. It's more or less where my head's at. There's the cyber core, so that becomes the next target. Actually, rally everything on top of the mines in case he tries to dive it.
Your base is getting blasted.
Who called in the fleet?
Oh, right there. Yeah, just like that.
Guys are depleted. You've bled the planet dry.
Yes. You hailed?
Big job, huh? I'm going.
You mined out a mineral field. Good thing you've got more of those, right?
Yes, Commander.
He doesn't have anything.
What is it? Yes, Commander.
Yeah, I knew it. He doesn't have shit. He's just trying to bait me to the corner of the map here to waste time, that's all. He failed. Work all day and then I wake up.
It's a trap.
You've depleted that mineral field. Pin this replay up on the wall.
Beautiful. He had so many charge lots, right? He had so many charge lots. That was a little out there, huh? He had a lot of zealots. Nate not letting the Wookiee win? No. No, I can't. I had to do it to him. I had to do it to him. I had to show up. I had to show up. I had to show out. He was Grandmaster, by the way. You see that? You see that? Roasted and toasted. Part of our weekend plans. We were talking about our weekend. We were talking about weekend plans. Katie and I we're heading up tomorrow to see. So we moved our plans tonight. I think I'd mentioned yesterday that we were gonna go up to Uptown today, but we're doing that tomorrow. We're gonna do that tomorrow. That should be nice. The probe scout guy? Oh, this is the guy that just cannon rushes, right? I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna dodge this guy because this guy just cannon rushes every game. As soon as he's in a game or offline, we'll queue up. I can't stop. The toss is your canvas, exactly. Somebody appreciates my art. All right, let's keep going through my Steam games. So if we go back to September, Counter-Strike 2, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah, we played that. We tried that. Cyberpunk 2077. I tried that out when they dropped that big update for it. July last year, Red Dead Redemption 2. We played a lot of Red Dead Online. Dead by Daylight. We tried that again. I think for the Wesker release. Typing of the Dead Overkill. I tried that. Exo Primal. I tried that. Resident Evil Village, because I played the Shadow of Rose DLC, Gears 5, because I think I wanted to play a multiplayer match of Gears, so I booted that up. I tried Mechabellum a bit in June. Then I was playing Spider-Man, the Spider-Man remaster last May. And then in April last year, I tried Dead Cells and Bloodstains, Ritual of the Night. I was playing more of that. I was playing some Goat Simulator in February last year, and then Left 4 Dead last January. So, and then it just falls back to 2022. I play a lot of games, though. I play a lot of games. I like video games. Ever play Final Fantasy Online? Final Fantasy 14 Online? Yeah, I played. That was actually one of the nicest communities of players, I think, that I've ever been a part of. The player base there is really awesome. Yeah, I played a lot of Final Fantasy 14 Online. I went through, I think I got into like Stormwind a good bit and then I stopped. But I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it for the time that I played it. It's obviously a very time-consuming game though. And monthly subscriptions for stuff are things I generally try to avoid. I bought like a 6-month pass when I got into it because I was going hard and I knew I was gonna play it a lot that summer. and it was very fun. But yeah, then a bunch of stuff happened. You know. Stormwind, yeah, whatever the first expansion was. I played through the entirety of A Realm Reborn. I finished the Realm Reborn storyline, and I got my flying mounts. And stuff. I got all of that. I got like a dragon thing I can fly. I was like a level 90 dragoon or some shit. People would call me lol DRG because I'll backflip off the level during the middle of the raid boss fight. Okay, yeah. What they didn't realize is that I wanted to, so.
What's going on? Huh? Be in the rear. Ah! Bad news? Yeah. Be in the rear.
No, the very first time I played that game, somebody with a bard character was at like the town fountain in the first area, and they were just using their flute to play the Banjo-Kazooie theme. And that was the first time I played Final Fantasy XIV Online, and I was just like, these are my people. It's a good vibe. Everybody, there's just like 50 people sitting around some person just playing banjo music on their flute, and I'm like, I'm one of them now. It's a good time. That was right before me and Katie started talking. My one friend who worked at Blizzard and now works, and then worked at Riot and now works at Epic. They had a pretty cool free company. They're like a super crazy chronically online gamer person like me. So obviously, you know, you run into those people, you find them in your life. And they had a pretty great free company. I would just go party with them. So they owned a bunch of houses and shit, and that was it. It was just a good time. Everybody I've ever met playing that game was really cool. That's one of the reasons why we like playing Fallout 76 quite a bit. We just don't really have negative interactions with other players, and it's just nice. Whether there's not any way to grief people or whatever, it's nice. It's nice when you don't have to deal with people just literally trying to get in your face for no reason, which is most of the internet now. So anywhere I can get that kind of experience, I like it a lot. We've been playing Fallout every night since the TV show came out, and it's so cool when you can just see on the map that people are checking out your camp and looking at your base and stuff, and some guy buys like some plans that you have there that you have like 3 extras of that you don't need, but he's like excited he can finally get this item because it's in your personal shop, and I love that. Like just all of that stuff, like it just makes you feel good when it makes you feel good about contributing, I guess. And that's the best part. It might be the best part of the game. But they've made the experience a good deal better. I first played it in like 2017 and it absolutely sucked nuts. Like it was awful, but you know, it turns out you give them 7 or 8 years and the game will mildly improve enough to the point where it's fun to play. I'm not gonna say they fixed everything, but it's definitely better. Big job. Yeah.
Add-ons finished.
No, my wife and I, we play Fallout 76 together, and we both use flamethrowers, and it's amazing. We just cook everything together and maniacally laugh while doing so. It's fantastic. It's a good time. It's a good time. It's not much, but it's honest work.
Add-on done. Swap away.
It's not much, but it's honest work. Thank you, Bad Diane. You get it. You get it.
Transformation systems, Go ahead. SCV ready. Ah! What? In the rear with the gear. SCV ready. SCV ready.
You've mined out some of your men.
SCV ready. SCV ready. Bad news. Ah! What's going on?
Who called in the...
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Take it slow.
He's already got the Hydras and the Infestors. It's beautiful. This man literally crafted his whole entire own strategy just for me. It's incredible. It is. Well, he wants this to be a turtle fest into mass BCs and nothing but. We already kind of knew that's how he likes to play, so he's gonna rush up to his hive and try to kill us with Hydra Viper as fast as he can, and we are gonna try and survive against his attacks and just get as many battlecruisers as God will allow us to have, and that's it.
Yeah, whatever. In the rear with the gear.
Upgrade complete.
Yeah, it's important to keep in mind that content creators understand the #1 thing that gets people to click and interact with stuff online is rage bait, and having an overly negative position on a lot of stuff has become like kind of chic, you know, as like a sort of rebellious against the state of the world thing where everybody just has to constantly point out like very cynically how awful or whatever everything is or isn't. But I think that as somebody who at least played the game a long time ago and knew about all the issues that it had and had to deal with them, you know, I can say that they've improved on it meaningfully enough that the game is quite enjoyable now. I'll say that.
Completed that mineral field. Command Center 2.0 ready to go.
And I guess somehow they didn't do this at any point in the last 8 years, but they, for the first time, the big update they did for this summer, they actually added to the map. So the map got bigger. The actual overworld map got bigger for the first time. Mind-boggling to think that that's supposed to be some sort of achievement for a game that's 8 years old, but here we are.
Upgrade ready. Noise.
Really, for me, what sells it is that I actually only have pretty much positive interactions with other players, because there's just not really any mechanics to grief people, but there's a lot of ways to like be friendly and like help people out. So I think one of the reasons why we like that game so much is because it's just one of the few places where we just have, you know, we just don't have to deal with psychopaths, but we can actually play a multiplayer game and not have, you know, not deal with people taking out their trauma on the chat or whatever, running it down mid. It's like why playing Fortnite is fun, because you just have extremely limited ways to communicate with people. So you're either funny, you're either funny, or you're like, wow, did he really build swarm hosts? I guess he's just upset. I guess he's just upset that he hasn't been able to swarm host rush me in a long time. I don't know. This is what this guy normally would do, but I think he's only doing it now because he knows the only reason I always go BCs against him like this is because he always goes swarm host if I play regular mech. So we're kind of like at an impasse, I guess. He doesn't respect me enough to play just against my style, but he does respect me enough to at the very least play he seems to respect me enough to play for the hard counter at the start. But then he just does his swarm host stuff, I guess, because he finds it funny. He finds it cheeky. But you have to assume that his plan is to just try and bait me to fly my BCs across the map so he can mind control them all and kill them. That's it. That's all that is what he's doing. He doesn't have, there is no other plan here. His plan is for us to take a fight where he just mind controls all my stuff, and that's it. That's
Oh, really?
he has no plan.
Your SCVs are being liberated in the worst way.
The man with no plan.
Oh, patching you through. Who called in the field? Oh, really? Who called in the
This is taking a long time for whatever's in here to build, huh, buddy?
Upgrade ready.
There we go.
Go ahead.
Yes. What is it? Yes. Oh, really?
Yeah, let's go, man. Let's go. This is what he wanted, right? As far as I'm aware, this was like his whole plan was for this to be the state of the game, so.
What is it? Patching you through.
You didn't build your base just for it to get blown up, did you?
Well? Who called in the field?
Mined out a mineral field. Good thing you've got more of those, right? GG!
Yeah. I don't know why he tried to force the swarm host thing. I think he just tried to make me mad, but I don't even care about swarm hosts anymore. Sherman's March, Scorch Earth stuff right there. This guy, like he's Nathanias-esque, right? He doesn't care what you are gonna do. He doesn't care. He has one goal. He has one goal, which is to use swarm hosts as much as possible. And it may not feel that way because I play him a lot and you don't see them that often. But also, you guys notice I rush battlecruisers and he has hydras and burrow infestors with neural parasite already done, waiting on top of like 5 spores in his main. So it's like, you know, he overloads pretty hard in a certain direction, for better or worse.
Oh, really?
But that denies him opportunities too. Something to consider. Yeah, let's look at the build this time. He rushed it a lot faster than the game we played about an hour or two ago. Let's see. Got text from my boo thing.
SCV ready.
Oh, snap.
SCV ready.
Katie's giving me some updates on our plans tonight. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, yeah, but look at his build. Okay, we'll take a look. We'll take a look. Was Spider-Man Remastered good? You got a Steam Deck for your birthday and you have that game. Gonna play it soon. You know, I'm gonna tell you that my favorite thing about it, as somebody who spent a lot of my childhood and was born in Brooklyn, it's really, really cool. I'm more excited about the second one getting to PC because they actually added Brooklyn onto the map there. That's where my grandfather lived out the rest of his years when he moved to America. That's where my father grew up when they moved to America. So it's like, you know, New York City is a really special place to me. So I really like playing the game and kind of flying around and stuff. The missions are okay, fairly repetitive. The combat is really good. If you like playing like Arkham style games, if you really enjoy like the rhythm of the combat and kind of having whatever your favorite tools are and spamming them, like it is enjoyable. I like playing it. I thought it was pretty good. But But just between you and me, sometimes I just kind of like to vibe, get a cocktail, and just kind of get into a nighttime scene in the game and just fly around New York. Is that weird? I just kind of like web slinging around the city and not doing anything. Maybe occasionally beat up a bad guy, but it's kind of just nice. It's kind of just nice to fly around New York City, I guess. Maybe I'm just weird. Just kind of fun. It's just kind of fun. Silly little fun, you know what I mean? That's what I like to do. It's like playing Flight Simulator just because you want to just fly around everywhere and just look at stuff, you know? You're not trying to do any of the missions or the goals. That's what you want to do, just swing around. Yeah, that's pretty fun. That's pretty fun. I like it anyway. You climb on top of the Empire State Building and just look at everything. Like, it's just kind of cool. I don't think I'll ever beat the game. I'm not going to say that it's like... It's got a pretty standard storyline. Like, if you're into that, you're into that. But I definitely was more drawn in by the appeal of, like, I kind of want to just see how realistic the map is, so... There are missions in Flight Sim? I don't know. I assume there's stuff people do in the game other than just fly around aimlessly, but I've never bothered to check or find out, so... Maybe it's possible the only thing there is to do in the game is fly around aimlessly, but I've never tried to do anything else. I've never opened any of the menus. All I've ever done was load up the game, crank the graphics settings to max, and then start playing at like 10 FPS so I could take a screenshot. That's it. That's not true. I actually also flew. Before Katie and I were living together, I played Flight Simulator and I flew. I made her a little video. I'm a nerd. Okay. I sent her a picture. I was like, "Hey, I'm outside. I landed my Microsoft Flight Simulator plane." Said I crashed it into the lake by your parents' house. Said, "Come pick me up." Said I managed to down myself in the river. And that's the story of how Nathanias got banned from flying planes anywhere near the Skagit River. There you go, guys. There you go. It's a true story. Just to be completely clear, they have damage in the game, and I didn't blow up. I just had to make a hard water landing. That's all. Plane, the digital fake plane, was completely fine. Just to be clear. Uh-oh. What's going on here? Uh-oh. Oh, he's Terran. He's Terran. Oh, I'm doing the wrong build. I'm doing my Terran versus Zerg build.
Your SCVs are under attack.
The airports are all closed. Exactly. Well, the only airport from Washington State that they have in the game is Seattle. So it's like, I don't have a lot of options. Okay? I mean, we've driven past at least 5 or 6 different ones I've never heard of since we've moved out here. Okay, there's Everett. There's an airport in Arlington. I don't know if it's a commercial airport, but they have one. There's an airport in Bellingham. Okay? I've flown out of Bellingham Airport. I know. Okay, Microsoft Flight Simulator. Aren't you guys all from Washington? Really? Just Seattle? Ugh.
Command Center 2.0 ready.
I don't know if this will be enough to stop him, but I gotta try, I guess. I went to Camas once and it was really pretty. I don't know if I know where that is. I've only lived here for like 2 years, so. You're from Centralia? You see, that's the problem. I also went to school. I did all my school years in Pennsylvania, and we have Centralia there, so I don't know if you're talking about Pennsylvania or Washington. Is there Centralia in Washington? See, I literally don't know. It's hard. It's hard. It's like when I found out that there's a Lancaster in California and a Valencia, but I've been to Valencia and Lancaster and 2 other places that are very different, so. Lancaster is in like Amish country in Pennsylvania. We've been up there a bunch. Although obviously you wouldn't live in Centralia, Pennsylvania, since it's a condemned town, so I would be shocked if you had functioning internet service there, since no one's supposed to live there. The endless fireplace. Yeah, Centralia, that's, well, I know all sorts of Pennsylvania fun facts, okay? I got you guys. If you ever need PA-based fun facts, I got you. Okay, and I actually spent a very large portion of my life there, unlike people who go on TV and say that they're from there, okay? Who are actually from Delaware. Well, I traded a little bit, but I think we're cooked here, right? I don't have anything else. I don't have anything else.
Workers win games. Protect them.
Ready to plunder. SCV ready.
Your SCVs are being liberated in the worst way.
SCV ready.
Maid, you ready for...
Huh?
Transformation systems primed.
Oh, it gets flooded? Ah, I see.
SCV ready.
No, Centralia, Pennsylvania was a coal mining town, but apparently they like blew up a coal vein basically underground that lit a endless fire that still goes to this day. Just a big ass natural gas coal mine that's just been burning for like 50 years now. Or something like that. It's very real.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Add-on done. Swap away.
SCV ready.
Well, if he does that, that's not enough to kill the command center, so that's kind of nice. That's kind of nice.
Wait. Want a piece of me, boy?
Oh, see, there you go. It's all good. This guy's Grandmaster. It's TVT. There's no reason to get invested here. I'm gonna do my BCs even though he scouted it. I'm gonna teleport them into his base, and if he just kills them, I'm gonna leave the game. I think that's the least frustrating way to play this out, since he's obviously just been wailing on me the whole time. Yeah, it looks he's ready. It's over. Let's go next. I'm gonna dodge him though, since he's gonna play like that. There's just no way I can play a macro game against somebody who does that. We can clear out some of these old ones since these guys haven't been after us for a little bit. Yeah, as soon as he's in a game or offline, we'll search for a game. Hey, Texas. Makes you miss the Persona 5 streams. They were pretty lit, huh? They're pretty lit. It's good times. All right, he's in a game. We should be good to search. All right, we got a game. It is a Terran. We got TVT. Mesmerized by the DVD logo, like opening to that Office episode. Yeah, exactly. That's the point.
What's going on? Go ahead.
I just haven't found a morally acceptable way to have the bouncing DVD logo on this screen. Unless I have the background behind me. I could turn off the... I'm working on it. We've gotten a lot of work done on this room, but I don't want to like have the green screen off until I actually have kind of a set behind me of some kind. Because right now it's just the dog bed and a poster on the wall, but we're getting to a place where we're going to be able to get a shelf or two in the near future and try and put some like my StarCraft Collector's Edition stuff and all that up and kind of make it look pretty. So that's what we're working on right now. But we're being, again, we're just being deliberate and slow with our decision making, so that we don't do anything that we don't need to.
What's going on?
And then I will have a rectangular frame around me, and then I can put the bouncing DVD logo in that frame.
SCV ready.
Still cool? Thank you, thank you. I'm always trying to think about ways to make it more interesting or just fun to hang out.
Bad news.
Sometimes I zone out and just stare at that DVD logo while we're queuing for a game. I do it too.
Job, huh? Ben, what's... Huh? SCV ready. Will do. SCV ready. What's
How about the natural nuclear reactors, which are also still cool, Nate? Oh, okay, I see. Thank you.
rear with the gear?
I appreciate that. You just waved. You're the guy or the girl waving at the person behind me, and I'm like, oh hi. Oh. You just Peter Parkered me. I get it. It's fine. Nothing personal.
Huh?
Command center upgrade complete.
Right?
Fair enough. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going. SCV ready. Let's do this. What's SCV ready?
Yeah, so I'm just excited. We've got a nice weekend ahead of us. The in-laws are back in town for the first time since my third nephew was born. So they went out of town for that. So that was like a whole thing. So we haven't seen them in a little bit. So they just got in. We're gonna go hang out and do some 4th of July stuff tomorrow since it's in the middle of the week next week and we don't know what we're doing for it. So we're gonna go grill some burgers and hot dogs and s'mores tomorrow. And tonight we're gonna go get some Mai Tais and some chicken tenders. It's gonna be a good time. I might make a cheeky spin. I don't know if I told you, but the last time we actually went to the casino, I had like one of those account free plays, and I won a $25 free play, and I went 3 spins in, and I think I hit like 170. It was incredible. I've never gotten that's literally the luckiest I've ever gotten on a spin. It was pretty dope.
Ready for pickup?
So we're up a good bit on the month too. I guess I should have mentioned that.
SCV ready.
You know how they're like, oh, it's your birthday, you get free spin, and it's always like $5 max. And I was like, oh,
Now what?
I got 25. Guess I'm gonna just yeet it on some random shit.
Ready for pickup?
That was fun.
Your base is getting blasted.
SCV ready.
Picking up or dropping off? Understood.
SCV ready.
Your SCVs are under attack.
Life flight's here.
Workers win games. Protect them.
Well, hallelujah.
Queued up, ready. SCV ready. Enemy contact.
ETA, 1 minute. Heading out. Will do, Command.
SCV ready.
Inbound. Now what? Talk to me.
Oh!
SCV ready.
Red wine supernova, biatch.
Waiting on you. Dropping off. On my way.
SCV ready.
Heading out.
Ah!
Talk to me. Inbound. Life flight here.
SCV ready.
Oh my god, am I channeling a little bit of 2017 Nathanias over here? What the fuck?
SCV for pickup.
No, he'll kill that. He'll kill it if I drop it. There's no reason to. Nate, just go end him.
Now what? Light somebody, get me out of this mess. ETA?
Show me who you want it. SCV ready. I get ya.
Your command center's got some new toys.
Huh? Big job. SCV ready.
Ready, scanning.
You got court.
Awaiting orders.
Channel's clear.
State your command.
Moving into position.
Scanning rebound online.
Oh, he was just ready for that too. Yeah, you knew about that, huh, Sonny Jim?
SCV ready. Oh, I'll get there. Comms open. SCV ready. Go ahead.
Scanning. Ready.
SCV ready.
Underway.
SCV ready.
State your engineering. State and
Ah! SCV ready. SCV ready.
scan. And
Ben.
come.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Your add-on is
Your
complete.
time.
European chocolate is much different from US stuff. Oh, dude. European chocolate's fantastic. Yeah, gotta admit.
SCV ready.
Oh, what's that? What's wrong, boo-boo? What's wrong, honey boo-boo?
In the rear with the gear. Gangway coming through. SCV ready. SCV ready.
We're building 2 battlecruisers now, ladies and gents. We're on our way.
This better
Do you think he sent the Viking to my Cyclone because it was on the minimap?
Yep.
Oops.
Ready.
SCV ready.
He forgot it was the Cyclone. Maybe he thought I sent out another medevac.
State your
My favorite European chocolate that I've tried, I really loved all the stuff I tried in Sweden. I spent a lot of time there. I lived there about 14 months out of a 2-year period. It was gnarly. I like Marabou. I like the geisha chocolate they got. Some good shit. Marabou's fantastic. Sweden is one of those crazy places where they have like a national brand or like a local brand that's supported like on the level of all the big major brands basically. So there's just all sorts of random stuff that's only in Sweden and nowhere else, and it's pretty awesome. But yeah, their chocolate is dope.
Who called in the fleet?
Their croissants are pretty great too.
Squadron on
Nathan flexing those Presperon croissants, Roddy. Not sure if this is the correct move, but at least they know he's excited about chocolate. G unit. Fantastic. You'll love to see it. That's my quant right there in the chat. That's my quant. Beautiful. Did he have anything else that we were unaware of? No. No, he did not. Whew. Oh, what a game. Oh, what a game. All Europeans hate Hershey's. Well, Hershey's is. I'm not gonna attack this on anybody's preference or taste, but I will say I personally do not really enjoy anything that's based in high fructose corn syrup. Anything made with high fructose corn syrup I find to be far inferior to a sugar-based substitute. And I think there's a reason why high fructose corn syrup is not available all over the world. So Yeah, just unfortunate reality, right?
Glory begins.
It's the same reason why the only sodas you'll ever see me drinking on stream are either zeros or they're the Mexican cane sugar ones. I just don't. I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan of the corn syrup. That's one of my secrets. My secrets to good health and happiness. Although it's in some barbecue sauces that you can't avoid, and it always makes me feel sick. But some of them are good enough. Some of them are worth it. The other thing with Europeans and American food, if you want the real test, the easiest way to find a European spy anywhere in the United States is to offer them root beer. That is the number one. That is the number one easiest way. That is the number one easiest way. That is the number one easiest way. Europeans cannot stand root beer. They can't. They're like programmed not to. For whatever reason, there's nothing that any European consumes in their life that is on the level of root beer, so that when they eventually try it, they hate it. I've never met a single European. I've met some Brits, which now I guess I can say that doesn't count, right? So I've met some Brits that like root beer, but a lot of them that don't, and almost every single person I've met from mainland Europe anywhere absolutely disgusted by root beer. Now, root beer is a craft soda that's made with like, what is it, ginger root or something like that, or I don't know. There's a particular type of tree. There's a particular type of tree that it gets brewed off the sap of or some shit like that. Sarsaparilla, yeah, or something. Sarsaparilla is a little bit different than a standard root beer, though. There's definitely a difference between a traditional root beer and a sarsaparilla. This guy's going ham, huh? It's Giga tryharding over here with his Reaper.
SCVs are being liberated in the worst way.
In the rear. What? SCV ready. Agreed. What's going on? Got something for me to kill. Yeah, from above. I'm listening.
This guy is going off.
SCV ready.
His life depends on it, boys. All right. Now he's out of our base, we can continue with our plan. Now they all say it tastes like cough syrup. That's what everybody says. Every European I've ever met says root beer tastes like cough syrup. Root beer, I mean, American craft sodas, like craft sodas made with sugar and stuff, like actual, like good recipes. There's some good stuff. There is some really good stuff. Good orange cream soda, birch beer, lesser known cousin of root beer. Birch beer is more of a Northeast US thing though, because they just make it, I think, with like birch sap off trees. It's fantastic. It's great soda. A good quality birch beer is like, damn. But if you haven't tried it, obviously, it might sound a little wild.
Sure thing. Comms open. Got
Ready, but
SCV ready.
Your add-on is complete.
loud and clear.
Who wants some?
How many Reapers did he make?
SCV
What are you doing?
Now what? Waiting on you. On my way.
SCV ready.
Add-on done.
What's like the etymology or history of root beer? You know, I really have no idea.
In the pipe.
Wow, he didn't even leave any units in his natural. He's like, oh, I know where this drop's going. I know where this is going.
Drop. Waiting on you.
SCV ready.
Will do, Commander.
Gangway. Coming through.
What?
Cyclone receiving. SCV ready.
Not too bad.
SCV ready. Big job. This better be good. You who? What? You want? Fear the Reaper Man. SCV ready. Fear the Reaper Man.
Yeah, it's possible. You got to keep in mind too, there's a big difference between craft sodas and mainstream, like mass-produced stuff too. So it's highly likely that if you're using any search aggregator to look into what's in that stuff, it's probably going to be giving you some sort of estimate based on like the ingredients that Barks or some other main root beer chain uses too. So it's possible that it is different based on regionally as well, to some degree. But I've always been under the impression that sarsaparillas are actually a little bit sweeter than traditional root beers.
What is it?
What's going on? SCV ready.
Oh, you lifted his command center? There you go.
Engage. Yes, sir.
SCV ready.
I'm on.
You almost got it. Why don't you stim again?
En route. Yes, sir.
SCV ready.
Oh, really?
Yeah, son, you're getting kited right now. That's what's happening. This is real.
It's a trap.
Fantastic.
In the rear with the gear.
It's a good start.
Who called in the fleet?
SCV
Add-ons finished.
Yes.
Your forces are under attack.
Bait him through all the widow mines.
ready.
Full attack.
Your research is ready. The enemy's taking fire at your forces.
SCV ready.
At least he's eating the mines. That's really nice.
Oh, really? Yes, Commander.
SCV ready.
Take it.
SCV ready. SCV ready. SCV ready.
What is it?
You've depleted that mineral.
Who called in the fleet?
SCV ready. SCV ready. SCV
Some bad guys closing in on your army.
SCV ready. Go ahead. Yeah.
What? Yes, Commander.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
He's trying. Give him that.
Oh, really?
SCV ready.
Now, I knew the widow mines would come in clutch because he was rushing units, right? He didn't get any tech at the start of the game. So that was a big indicator for me. He's not scanning. He's hardly scouting, right? He's just been trying to harass me and be annoying as possible. He's playing like a geeky tryhard with the stream up or something. That's his play style. Not saying that's what he's doing, but that's how he's playing.
Oh, really?
Which is very, very fast, very reactive to me, very little assertiveness on his part, etc.
Command Center 2.0 ready to go.
SCV ready.
The enemy's taking fire at your forces. You didn't build your base just for it to get blown up, did you?
SCV ready.
Well,
Your base is under siege.
SCV.
it's a trap. Well,
build your bad guys closing in on your army.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, he's cooked.
Closing in on your army.
We got him.
Upgrade complete.
Ah! You scared me!
Workers win aim.
SCV
Protect
ready.
them. SCV forces are under attack.
No, he has nothing. There's nothing he can do.
SCV ready.
It's a trap.
Your SCVs are being liberated in the worst way.
You're right.
The enemy's taking fire.
Well, what's your next brilliant plan, genius?
Your base is getting blasted.
What next, Spock?
What is it? Oh, really? Yes, Is it that? Patching to bridge. Commencing bombardment.
A phenomenal finish.
No upgrades from him either. Kind of interesting, right? He went into double armory, didn't have any upgrades for the Marines. Boy, was this a 2-Rex? Was this a 2-Rex? You meant to say cool kids in Stavka. Oh, hey, is Katie in the chat? Hey, Katie. Katie. You went to you love Denmark? I haven't actually been to Denmark. I've been through the Schiphol airport a couple of times, quite a few times. I've taken the train from Amsterdam to, well, Schiphol's not in Denmark, Nathan. Yeah. No. What's the Denmark airport I stopped over once? God damn. Which one was that? Yeah. No, I've never been to Denmark. I stopped at the airport once. I can't remember the name of it. I only did it once, though. Oh, yeah, I just wanted to know if he went 2-Rex here or not.
SCV ready.
Copenhagen. Yeah, Copenhagen. Yeah, sorry, yeah. I've connected through Copenhagen once or
Hitting our
twice.
SCVs? That's low. Command center has been upgraded.
SCV ready. SCV ready. The Grim Reaper. SCV ready.
Command center.
Oh, just regular Reaper production. Okay, he just did a regular Reaper expand then. Just kind of went bad for me, I guess, at the start. He kind of beat up on me with his Reaper micro. Oh, I beat him, though, and he was a Grandmaster. There you go. We beat a couple top players today. How about that? Yeah, I was going to say Schiphol's in Amsterdam. Yeah. I was thinking geographically close, but I forgot the name Copenhagen there for a second. What was I doing in Sweden for 14 months? There was a TV station that bought a tournament organizer in esports way back when. And this was the guy that was rude to me yesterday, right? I have a feeling he's gonna cannon rush me or something. But yeah, there was a tournament organizer that ran a StarCraft league. That was like an online tournament that they did like 3 or 4 times a year. And yeah, so we were owned by Nyheter24. They were News 24. Their office has since been, that whole office building has since been turned into Hotel 6 Stockholm, which I've also been to. EA put me there for the E3 thing I did for them. Nicest hotel I've ever been in, hands down. Maybe the only thing close to it was the Vidara in Vegas, but very, very nice. I highly enjoyed it. EA also completely paid my minibar and room bill, so I mean, I'm very biased there. But regardless, before it was a hotel and when it was an office, we had a studio there. They rented an apartment for us downtown by Tekniska Högskolan. So it was only like 3 or 4 SL stops from T-Centralen. So we would just hang out there. That was where De Muslim and I lived with Pontus, who was the tournament organizer guy, but he was not from Stockholm. So yeah. Or I guess he was living in England at the time. So he runs Twitch partnerships for England now, I think, or that was his thing for a long time. Very cool guy. But yeah, it was called Fragbite. It was called Fragbite Masters. We did Fragbite Masters StarCraft. We did like 6 or 7 seasons of it, or at least it felt like that. But we would just go over there for like 2 or 3 months at a time. So first I lived in Tyresö, because we ran the broadcast for the first 2 seasons. First 2 or 3 seasons we broadcast out of Tyresö. So I was living with the Good Studio guys, a bunch of Dota people, if you guys know, like Wagamama, Wepaz. Wagamama, I think he's doing Dota. I think he's actually working Dota at EWC. Too Good, Semler, although he kind of went off the right-wing crazy train, right? We don't really talk about him anymore. But, yeah, and Ben, obviously, Demu. Demu lived there with me for a long time. So I spent a lot of time with Demu out in Sweden, and we just did a bunch of different seasons of it. We ended up getting sponsored by Estrella Chips, which is a Swedish potato chip brand. And we were sponsored by Comvik, which is an internet service / phone service provider in Sweden. And we were also sponsored by McDonald's. That's right. That's right. They gave us free unlimited McDonald's delivery to the studio during our shows. Your boy ate a lot of chicken nuggets. Hey, fun fact, in Sweden, they're not allowed to fill them with poison either, so it's actually kind of half decent. Swedish McNuggets are on another level. No cap. For real, on God. So if you ever get a chance to try Swedish McDonald's, let me, do it, okay? The man who first told me that was Jeff, all right? If you're going to tell me that In Control didn't know his chicken nuggets, then I'm going to tell you you're a fool, so. He was the one who sold me on them, all right? Don't take my word for it.
Show me who you want. I'm listening. Cycle. Fear the Reaper, man. Nothing I can't handle. On the way. This ought to be good. SCV ready.
Add-ons finished.
No, but they have like requirements about how it's like percentages of the meat that are sold at like restaurants and stuff in Sweden have to come from Sweden. So even McDonald's is held to that standard where they have to serve some Swedish quality like meats there or whatever. So it's kind of interesting. Kind of interesting how that works. I love Sweden though. I definitely fell in love with it spending a lot of time there.
In the rear with the gear. Move. You want a piece of me, boy?
Ready for dust off.
Add-on done. Swap away.
Go ahead,
Ready for pickup.
SCV ready.
ETA 1.
Show me who you want to die. Gangway, coming through.
In the 5x5. Dropping off.
Your add-on is complete.
Understood. Let's go. Heading out. On my way. Talk to me.
You up, ready to go. Go ahead. SCV ready.
Life flight.
Beautiful.
SCV ready.
In the 5x5.
Your SCVs are under attack.
Let's go.
This
Ready for pickup.
SCV ready.
Huh?
SCV ready. We could use some
My SCV was under attack?
SCV ready. SCV ready. Moving into position.
Life flight's here. Talk to... Where's the emergency?
Armed and ready.
Your SCVs are being liberated in the worst way.
Oh, is that just like a disruptor drop? He's got like a disruptor drop or something. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. Yeah, he's just got like a disruptor drop.
SCV ready.
That's all. Yeah. That's why he doesn't have anything.
Add-ons finished.
It's a bad build matchup.
Ready.
Lifeline.
Big jump. Huh? SCV ready. Go ahead.
Ready.
Oh, is he gonna all in us now? Is that his game plan? He's gonna try and kill us before we get BCs out?
Who wants some? Go, go. Been waiting on you.
Yeah, let's get it, man.
I feel you.
Your SCVs didn't sign up to fight.
Now what?
SCV ready.
Talk to me. Waiting on you.
Just gotta hang in there for the BCs, right? That's it.
What's going on?
Talk to me.
It's a pretty sick all in from him, though.
Now what?
What is it?
Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
SCV ready.
Patch it. Oh, who called in the fleet?
Command Center 2.0 ready to go.
Well,
Your command center's got some new toys.
yes. What is it?
Hell yeah. Well, there you go. He did all that just to barely pop that.
Oh, really?
We're probably dead. We're probably dead, but I think we did a good job holding. If he's on 2 bases, then we're fine. We're definitely in trouble, though.
In the rear.
Yes.
SCV ready. Ah! It's here.
Yeah, but we got to do a lot of cool stuff like that over the years. Yeah, it was pretty nice. It was pretty nice. The only thing that ruined the tournament, that actually killed us, was they ran Counter-Strike, and we had the McDonald's head of marketing for the entirety of the Nordic region. They came by to see our grand finals live, even though we were doing it from an online studio. But apparently, she didn't actually know what Counter-Strike was. So when the Counter-Strike finals started, and they were like, "Wait, these people are just shooting each other with AKs," and they're like, "Yeah, that's Counter-Strike." Then yeah, that was McDonald's quickly unsponsored them. But they only showed the logos for the StarCraft tournament for the rest of the event. But apparently, they had basically been using StarCraft as like their G-rated game to advertise to them for their pitch decks and stuff. So they didn't actually know what CS was. They just saw the numbers from it. But that was one of those, one of those things.
Protect them.
Go ahead.
Warren, let's not pretend like you aren't playing my game right now, okay? Everything you're doing is based around me now. All right? We don't need to pretend otherwise. All right?
Well,
Bandit.
yes, Commander.
Yeah, see, he's only on 2 bases, so it's not that bad. He is just gonna mass nothing but stalkers for the rest of the game, and that's actually not too bad. Since we're on the same amount of economy, it's still kind of playable. We just need to actually get out of our base and get another base, but he's playing very aggressively. This is the guy that was whining at me yesterday when I beat him in TVZ at the start of the stream. This guy was cried like a baby.
SCV ready. Ready to go.
Who called in?
CSSC, same thing. Yeah, exactly, right? Exactly.
What is it? Yes, Commander.
SCV ready. What's going on?
Yeah, all we can really do in this situation is just try and get another command center up.
Patching you through.
All right, we just try and get another CC, and we just play around it.
Okay. You hail?
SCV ready.
Patching you through.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Your SCVs are under attack.
SCV ready.
Your base is under siege.
SCV ready.
All right, he wants to base trade. Is that it?
SCVs are being liberated in those northwest. You didn't build your base just for it to get blown up, did you?
SCV
That's fine. Let's go get in position for it. Let's get ready.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
All right, I think that's game. GG. Let's go next. We'll avoid him, obviously. I think he was probably trying to get us back there. I'm gonna assume he did that for the clapback. So we'll avoid a rematch there. He got what he wanted. Hopefully he's happy and he moves on. Once he's in a game or offline, we'll search for another one. I've been playing nothing but Grandmasters all day, though, huh? That's pretty dope. It's just been Grandmaster games the whole entire stream. It's pretty sick. Yeah, I think it's a little bit different, right? I mean, you can say whatever you want about why you don't think it makes sense. That's completely appropriate as well. But I also think that you can kind of, you know, did I pick up any Swedish while I was there? The number one thing I learned language-wise is that everybody in Sweden speaks pretty good English. It's like it's one of the most educated places I've ever been to. So, no, I didn't pick up very much. Nästa Tekniska högskolan. Tack så mycket. Yeah, everything I learned was I probably only asked people how to say stuff when I was drunk, so everybody in Sweden speaks really good English. And the guy that worked at the subway shop that was underneath the office I worked at, he was actually from South Carolina. He married somebody from Sweden. So the guy I would order my sandwich from for lunch when I would go walk down would be an American guy. So we just talk about random shit. It was pretty nice. Well, I mean, I'm pretty good with my English. I think I'm reasonably decent at following grammatical syntax when I care to. Obviously, for my very casual internet show, I say a lot of slang here that I would never use in a typical conversation with another person that I was attempting to have take me seriously, but I don't want you to take me seriously here, because that kind of ruins the point, you know? We're just here to play video games and hang out, more or less. But yeah, Swedes, man, they're good. They're good. It's like how all the Korean StarCraft players, everybody thought they didn't speak English forever, but they're all just kind of shy about it, you know? But I've talked to all of them. They all speak English well enough to have a conversation, even if they don't like to. I think they just don't like, you know, people are very judgmental online, so you don't show sides of yourself that you're not super confident in. But these people have those facets to them, right? That's the cool thing. It's like the cool thing about meeting people and going out there and seeing it. Because I think there are probably a decent amount of StarCraft fans that actually think a lot of those Korean players just don't speak English. But it's not true. They know how to say shots. Among other things. Among other things. Is he waiting for me? Is he still queuing up for a game? Yeah, that was his first game in 23 hours, right? I guess I spanked him and then he had to get on and play some Protoss. Oh, he played the Probe Scout guy. He played the Cannon Rush. What did he do? Just 2-gate Zealot and the Stalker. Not bad. Not bad. Not too shabby. He's rank 40, by the way. And you know the only thing he wants right now is to just play another game against me. It's beautiful. I'm gonna queue unranked. That way we don't have to worry about him. Once he's not trying to queue against me, I'll switch back to ranked. Did SC2 used to show when someone from chat is searching? You used to be able to stalk people a lot more aggressively. A lot of streamer types tried to push against it. So we got Blizzard. I had a lot of conversations with Blizzard about people being able to add each other. See, he logged off. Yeah, he gave up. That's what I thought. I had a lot of conversations with Blizzard internally about the issues caused by people being able to add you to their friend list, even if you don't add them, and then they can just see when you're online anytime. And that was, for me, that was like probably the worst. That was like the worst. So they got rid of that. It's no longer possible to add people to your friend list if they don't accept you back. But people that did that a long time ago still have those profiles that they can kind of stalk. They didn't retroactively remove anybody from friend lists, but it used to be really bad. It used to be really, really bad, because if you didn't have your messages blocked, people would see you go online, and then they would just immediately be like, oh, there you go. People would see you go online, and then they'd just like immediately, they'd be like messaging you or using that to do stuff like sniping, etc. The random player insta-leaving with Protoss, that was his first game in 2 days. And he played one game before this against a Protoss. He played a TVP. And he went, what did he do? He went gas, racks, gas, factory, reactor. So just kind of like a Marine tank Viking all in. Against a Robo expand is what it looks like. Fascinating. Fascinating. You recall showing when a friend was searching. Yeah, you can see your friend's search status. Yeah, you can see the status of your friends. Your actual added friends. Yeah, you can see whatever they're doing. Yeah. Have a nice night, Stavka. If you respond to somebody, if you message somebody in the game and they message you back, you can see their status too. But I don't ever message people. The only thing I do is I click on their name and I open the chat because it shows you their status then. So like I can see that all the people that these guys beat me in one game, and then I can just kind of wait for them to either log off or queue for another game. But I just exploit it to avoid rematches, because there are obviously some, there are obviously some people who go out of their way to try and waste my time. So by not playing rematches, it's like it's not like I have to draw too much attention to that, I just kind of blanket. I don't play rematches unless someone gives me a really good game, and I don't really need to explain myself any further than that, right? So that's how I deal with that.
Gotcha.
It's the most honest way that I can do it. Because playing against the same guy 5 games in a row when he's gonna cannon rush me, it's like, that doesn't help anybody, I'd be better off just not playing the game at all, right? So it's easier to just dodge that guy.
SCV ready.
The people who tune into my stream want to watch me build battlecruisers, and if I get cannon rushed 5 games in a row, even if I win all of those games, I'm not building any battlecruisers. So
SCV ready. Sure thing.
Workers win games. Protect them.
it's like there's another common trope you'll see on the stream, right? People will be like, oh, Nathanias never scouts. But something that is always kind of difficult to impart to people is that the whole point of my strategy is that it's agnostic to what my opponent is going to do. Like, the entire point of the way that I play is that I adjust with my strategy somewhat on the fly. So it's not as much about knowing what he's doing. It's like, well, he's going to have to have some sort of specific answer for battlecruisers, because there's a million things I could scout him doing, but does it change? It's like, well, if I scout a certain thing, what's the point of scouting? What, so that I can adjust? But if I'm going for a battlecruiser no matter what, then it doesn't really matter, right? It's like, oh, he's going Stargate. What are you going to do? I'm going battlecruisers. It's like, oh, he's going Robo. What are you going to do? I'm going battlecruisers. And that's a very hard thing to explain to new viewers that tune in, because there are a lot of people that are really try-hard and competitive, and even though I am at the top of the ladder, and even though I have spent this whole stream playing against top 50 players and beating several of them in the process, even I am just like, you know, for me, that's what it's all about, is doing my bad strategy and just trying to improve it. There's nobody else that can say that they play the same way that I do, and that to me is awesome. Are there other people who build battlecruisers occasionally? Yes, but do you ever see them do stuff on the level of what I do? Abso-friggin-lutely not, because nobody cares that much. But for me, making the weird strategy work, that is like half, if not more than half, of the entire point of the game.
SCV ready. Yeah. What? Got it. I'm listening. Systems go. SCV ready. Will do.
Like, you gotta think about it. For the average ladder player, there really is nowhere to go. Like, you're just gonna ladder against the same people forever until they move on to another game or quit the game. So you could just try and copy some pro and delude yourself into thinking that emulating somebody that you could never reach the level of is like the only reason to still play the game. But I offer a different path. Like, maybe you could do that. There's nothing wrong with that. But maybe you could also take breaks and sometimes mix in builds that you really like, regardless of what the meta or what's viable is, you know? Like, maybe if you're the kind of person who says to themselves, I wish nuke rushes were viable, I hope that you're at least trying to do it occasionally. I hope you have a nuke strategy that you actually practice. I think that would be really cool. I think that's what you need if that's how you feel. But I think it's really bad for the game when people get it into their head that it's like, oh yeah, there's this, I just can't do it because it's not viable, and you know, it's this mentality. It's like the whole point of strategies is that you figure your way out of difficult situations and stuff like that. So when people who play strategy games are like, oh, I just, you know, the fact that the strategy just can't work for, you know, some reason that somebody stated on an internet forum 5-6 years ago when they called somebody else bad, that they were just kind of trolling anyway. It's like, now all of a sudden nobody ever thinks they can do this? I'm like, I don't really like that either, so. Yeah, it's a min-maxing disease, exactly. I've finished Grandmaster so many times. I've been Grandmaster like so many seasons in the last 10 years. Go look up anything StarCraft related. You're not going to find anybody out there that says Nathanias is a great player. At the same time, I've still just been sitting on the top of the ladder doing my horrible turtle shitty strategies. And absolutely, even though so many people will queue against me and know everything I'm going to do before the game, I still win a lot. I win a lot of games of StarCraft. So if it was as obvious and easy to deal with as people try to make it seem like, I wouldn't be able to just troll the ladder by just building BCs and memeing around. Like, there's no doubt that there is a reason why this strategy works sometimes. But I'm also the only person who does it, so it's like, I can't pretend like it's like, oh, Nathanias figured it all out, he's the only guy that knows it. It's like, no, I'm just a man. And I don't have anybody to bounce these ideas off of because nobody else has a similar mission to me. So I either speculate with people in my chat who don't really play the game and they're just kind of speculating and educated guessing, or, right? So it's like, I don't want to be the smartest person in the room about this conversation subject when I'm having a serious discussion about it, I guess. Maybe that's how I feel. I would really love to dive into the intricacies of getting to a place where you can do it with somebody that is on that level, but for them, they don't even try. They mostly just say the same thing, which is, you can't. So, but I don't really have anything to lose, right? It's like nothing bad happens when I lose games of StarCraft. So if losing a game of StarCraft was enough for someone to stop watching me forever, I lose games every single day. So why is anyone here at all? You know? So it's like, I just don't worry about it anymore.
This better be good.
It's very liberating.
Been waiting on you.
It's very liberating feeling.
Good job, huh? Ah! Bad news?
Like, I just lost a game like 10 minutes ago. It's like, not everybody left from that. Okay, so
Your dime.
sounds like it wasn't that big of a deal, right? It's all good. Keeping perspective on things like that is very important. Nothing will happen in your life either when you lose a game of StarCraft. Unless you decide to take it out on someone and make it somebody's business. But I would personally recommend you don't do that.
SCV ready. SCV ready. SCV ready.
Getting a lot of probes here. This is nice because he made Archons, which don't really have range, so it's very easy for battlecruisers to kite those. Give me your observer. Thank you. Did he just try to force field my battlecruiser?
Mind out some of your minerals.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Well, I like that he's F2ing his whole army on me, because that means I can kill his Colossus for free. That's pretty dope.
Right, what's going on?
Yes.
SCV ready.
Oh, Katie's home. Katie went to go pick up some, Katie went to go hit up. We were going to actually go see if there were more of those, that sick deal at the grocery outlet on the Pop-Tarts.
Mind out a mineral field. Good thing you've got.
Why is his Colossus there? So there's a hotkey you can press that selects all of your army units. And there's a lot of people who don't actually break their army into different control groups. They just spam that key, and that's the only thing that they use. So you can always tell, because you'll just see units that don't belong in certain fights always showing up for them. That's just,
Depleted that mineral.
that's like the easy tell anyway.
Huh? Big J- Go ahead.
Your command center's got some new toys.
Yes, Commander.
SCV ready.
You mind out some of your minerals.
Look at that. Just ransack a mineral line on the way out. Beautiful.
Yes, Commander.
SCV ready.
What is it?
He's pretty good at his focus fire here, huh?
Who called in the fleet?
He's been pretty tight. He's been pretty tight about it.
Ready.
What is it? Oh, really?
That guy's gonna have to stay home.
What's going on? Big job, huh?
Upgrade ready. Noise.
Nice.
Who called in the fleet? Patching you through.
I just want to make sure that I've got that guy situated and my upgrades situated before we make another move here. Nate, how about you just give yourself more scans?
In the rear with the key. Go ahead.
Oh, really? Yes.
Huh?
Yes, Commander.
Command center upgrade complete.
Who called in the fleet? Will
In the rear with the key.
oh. You hailed? Yes.
All right, I got a plan.
You hailed?
Command center 2.0 ready to go.
Yes.
Bad news.
We pop this 4th/3rd and then TP into the main and just make his life hell.
Ready. Go ahead.
It's a trap. Yes, Commander.
SCV ready.
Who called in the fleet?
SCV ready.
Command center.
Yeah, he won't use blink because he wants to make sure that he can get me with his... He wants to make sure he can blink away from the Yamato, I guess.
SCV ready.
Engage.
Huh?
Upgrade complete. Upgrade ready.
Give me the probes and free my soul. I want to get lost in your 3rd and 4th and drift away. Cruise away.
It's a trap.
Give me the probes, boy. Free my 4th. Sorry.
Big job, huh?
You've mined out some of your minerals.
Who called in the fleet?
Let's get... Is that 2... Oh, 3-3 is... I got 3-3 researching for my battle cruisers. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? You probably positively rootin' tootin' me right now.
Go ahead.
Your base is getting blasted. Your SCVs didn't sign up to fight. Your base is under siege.
Yeah, he's got to be pissed.
What's going on?
Yes, Commander.
Yeah, you can have that one. That's fine.
You mined out a minute. Workers win games. Protect them.
I mean, I've got a lot of defenses here, brochacho.
Swap away.
He killed the least. He killed the absolute least important thing I had on the field. So that's very, very nice.
Bad news?
Yes, Commander.
Yeah, let's just go blow all this stuff up. That's what I want to do.
Patching you through. Squadron on route. Take it slow. Yes, Commander. Who called in?
Guys are depleted. You've bled the planet dry.
What is it?
Oh, did you finally use a blink for the first time this game? I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it, Daddy.
Pin this replay up on the wall.
He tried to be so patient. He tried to be so patient.
Exhausted that Vespine guys.
Mm-mm. Not enough. Not enough.
You've depleted that mineral field.
Look at us, baby. Oh, I took the gold too. Cheeky, cheeky, Calaris.
You've mined out.
2-2. What were his upgrades at the end there? He was chronoing. Oh, he had 3-3. What was it? Wait, did his +3 finish right as I killed the forge? Is that what I screwed up? Oh. No, he was going for shields. He's going for +3 shields there. Okay. I was going for shields +1 shields. My bad, my bad. Yeah, 2-2 BCs versus 3-3 Protoss is pretty playable. Thank you for streaming and answering all my questions. Hope to bug you again soon. It's all good. It's all good. I stream 5 days a week about these hours. So I hope to see you on Monday, man. Have a great weekend. God bless you. Hope your family and you are good. I'm just going to be casually playing some SC2 and mixing a few other games in there here and there until Stormgate drops. And then we're going hard in the paint. Then we're going hard in the paint on Stormgate. Great match, though. I wasn't sure if I needed to prioritize the Forge earlier in that situation, but what ended up happening is that he went for the... Yeah, he was going for shields. He was getting +1 shields. I thought I was going to be able to deny his upgrades, but I was not able to actually do that, so I was not. He played very well. I haven't taken a break yet. We've been live for 3.5 hours. So if it's okay, guys, I'm just gonna take 5, stretch my legs, go let my wife know I'm still alive, go let my dog know I'm still alive, and I'll be right back, okay? Try a game for another hour or 2. How does that sound? See you guys in a few. All right, I'm back. Yeah, I know. It took forever. Etc., etc. I know. Let's get another one. Grab some Frito-Lay chips. I got, got my water. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Yo, thank you for the gift sub and thank you for the sub, Scooter Peas. Thank you, Scooter Pies. Thank you. Thank you for the support, sir. God bless. Oh, this is the guy I just played. No, thank you. Aw. You're too kind. You're too kind.
What's going on?
No, this is the guy. This is the guy. Literally the guy I just beat.
SCV ready? Huh? What's going on? Well, butter my biscuit.
I take a 5-minute break and this man is just waiting for me. This is that guy that like stands outside the convenience store for the manager after work to try and intimidate her. That's what this man is doing to me.
Go ahead. SCV ready?
Was it like Friday the 13th where he just gets more powerful by just standing in front of you and staring at you? Right? The longer he stalks you, the stronger he becomes.
SCV ready here. Bad.
No, but this is like the first time I didn't deliberately try to avoid a rematch, and I immediately get a rematch, you know? Stuff like that informs the decisions that I make.
Bad news?
I imagine if I didn't try to avoid people occasionally, I would get stuck playing them a lot.
Ready.
I'm sure if I queue immediately after this, I'll hit this same guy again too.
What's SCV ready? We hear you. Huh? In the rear with the gear. SCV ready. Huh? Go ahead. Big job, huh? Uh-huh.
And I'm just going to go back to an earlier conversation subject. Somebody was asking me about the Spider-Man remaster on PC. The other reason why I liked messing around with it is because it's one of the few games available that supports all the latest NVIDIA AI feature stuff like the frame generation and the ray tracing and stuff. It's a gorgeous game. It's very, very visibly different. The reflections on buildings and stuff with the ray tracing on and whatnot. It's very nice. So it's a kind of like a tech demo game, I think, too. Cyberpunk also is, but yeah, Cyberpunk melts your computer. I can't get 20 FPS on my PC. Everything cranked on Psycho in that, so 4K is too much. I told you guys I got the worst ending in Cyberpunk, right? I got trapped in the death loop. Yeah. I tried to play the character straight as if I actually was the main character, and I just assumed, like, yeah, you're definitely going to have your brain overwritten by Keanu Reeves, and he's just going to take your body, like, even if he doesn't want to. So I was like, yeah, obviously I need to take care, I need to save myself first, you know, but I should have tried to go for a depraved run. The first time I play any game that has multiple endings, though, because I intend to play multiple times, I do, and that game has saves, so I have saves from before I made any heavy choices like that anyway. But the I always like to try and play it like whatever. What would it be if I just took the first objective that I was given as my main objective and just saw it through to the end, you know? So that's how you get the worst ending. Now you know.
What? You want something?
I got trapped. I got trapped in a box where all I could do was wake up and go through a cognitive test over and over and over. I did it 500 times. I really legitimately thought at some point they'd let you out.
Life.
But no.
Your add-on is complete.
SCV ready.
You have no idea how many times I solved that Rubik's Cube.
Pick an effort.
I'm listening.
Now what?
SCV ready.
Add-on's finished.
Go, go, go.
I getcha. In gear. Cyclone en route. Open into position.
Waiting on you.
SCV ready.
I heard that. Let's go.
This better be good.
Will do, Command.
SCV ready.
In the pipe. Bye-bye. Now,
Pin this replay up on the wall.
Poo poo. Shooter. Damn. Just wanna just tore his heart straight out. Oof. Alright, well let's not play a third time in a row, huh? Let's not play a third PvP in a row then. We can stop bullying this man. It's been a pretty good day, huh? Pretty good stream. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I've been mostly playing ranked today on my highest MMR account, and I've been winning a lot. I mean, I feel like those are three pretty good things I've managed to get in today. Winning, yeah, exactly. We'll queue unranked and see if he's still hanging on our jock. We'll shake him off if we have to. You played this like 5 years ago. You remember playing some matches against Nathanias. Crazy memories. Good old SC2 days. Oh, yeah? Yeah, the real Nathanias. If we don't get a game in a minute, I'll probably just wrap things up and we'll just head out for our night of fun a little early. I love you guys, and I hope you know how much I enjoy all the time I've ever been able to spend doing all of this StarCraft stuff. It brings me tremendous joy. And if you think I've become a more happy or relaxed person, it's because I'm getting further away from having to depend on something that I love to be something that it can't be. So it's very nice. It's very nice. I don't know what the future holds, but StarCraft is something I want to keep as something that I love, you know? I don't ever want to have to stress about how this game is doing or if it's being developed or not, or if there's work in it, you know? That's I think that's really what made it tough, right? So it's nice to just hop on and play a bunch. It is. That other guy just insta-left against me though. So we'll give it one more pull on the slot machine here. If this was the good old days and I was getting different opponents every match and we were getting 3-second queues, you guys know I'd ladder for 4 more hours tonight. I would. We're going to get chicken tendies. We're going to get chicken tendies and Mai Tais. That's our plan. That's our Friday night plans. All right, I got matched against Pig. Obviously, I'm not going to beat him. He's a pretty big, popular streamer. I don't want to deal or get involved with whatever. We'll let him search for a game. Well, you know, guys, maybe this is a sign. I'm gonna take this as a sign from my boy Jesus Christ Almighty. There's not that many people on tonight. I keep running into people that are way better than me. I've beaten a lot of them, but I think Pig is probably my ceiling. I don't think I'm gonna be able to take games off of him, and his queues are taking a while. So I think we did. I think we made it about 4 hours today. So. But I think I'm just gonna hop off. I think I'm just gonna hop off, and yeah, I think he instantly matched into me because there's nobody else. There's nobody else on, right? That's just StarCraft. So I'm gonna wrap up, guys. I'll be back on Monday. Thanks for hanging out. If I had something else that I thought people would really want to watch me play, I would. But you know, it's mostly just StarCraft, and I can't always get games in that. So I'll see you on Monday. God bless you.